with the loss earlier today by Detroit. Montreal is in. They were going to win anyway, but they're in. They've got their bid to the postseason. But the Devils did mount a terrific comeback last night. They were down 3-0. They rallied. Timo Meier scores a late goal. We go into overtime. That was crazy, up and down. And in the shootout, the Devils fell just short. Timo Meier said that last night's game proved something to themselves.
Yeah, I think it just shows, with the skill and the ability we have, really out of the game, and you just gotta, keep going. And we showed character yesterday, coming back after being down 3-0. So it's going to be another fun one today. Against the team that we lost in the shootout yesterday. We're excited that in a loud building, it's going to be a great game.
But these teams are going in opposite directions. The Devils not officially eliminated, all but. Nobody seems to want to win in the Eastern Conference, although Philadelphia won today in overtime, and they've now overtaken the Islanders, and there's a story there with the coaching change on Long Island. But at any rate, the Devils are not officially out. Montreal is officially in, and they're both young teams, but the Devils are still trying to figure out how to put it all together.
Well, you're right, Maddie, and I think the teams that are losing, they want to win. It's not like they don't want to win, but you know what? It's hard to win in this league in certain situations. And for the Devils, I'm sure every fan listening, like you and I as well, Maddie, we're wondering, we're better than some of these teams that are in the playoffs, but we're not in, and we're a ways back, so we don't know exactly what happened. But here's what we have seen, Maddie. There's been some, like Timo Meier talked about the character coming back. We've seen some of that, right? We've seen some times where this team outplays a really good team and dominates. There are moments where the Devils are like, yeah, this is the team we thought they were going to be when they went, 8-1 to start with. But it didn't happen, and the biggest question for all of us, anybody who loves the Devils, been around, what exactly happened and what changes? You have to make some changes for next year. You have to, but what changes will they be?
Oh, if we had the answer to that.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, and everyone's wondering the same thing, and who knows what form that will take. There's no question, even if you win a Stanley Cup, teams make changes, but off of this year there will be some changes, and what form it takes and how deep the cuts go, well, that remains to be seen. What we do know is that, yes, Cole Caulfield is looking to get to 50. Jack Hughes is looking to continue his brilliant play as of late, another 2-point game last night. I did the math, and I think I did it right. He's got 34 points in his last 19 games.
Okay.
That puts him on a 147-point pace for a season. I know he was hurt. I know he didn't do it early, but it's that kind of a run that he is on right now.
Well, his consistency, right, has been pretty good, Matty. Had the one little bit of a downer game like Sheldon Keefe talked about the whole team in New York, but other than that, I mean, he dominates. And, and he wants to finish strong like they all do, right? And so he's just a pleasure to watch, and he gives the defenders crazy heartaches. And I just noticed last night, though, whether it's Marty St. Louis, who's a great coach behind the bench, where he said, listen, if you can get him in a bit of a vulnerable position, a second guy's got to get on him. Because one guy can't handle him. They need two. So it'll be interesting again tonight, even with that theory, because the Canadiens, they want Caulfield to win, but you know what? The team thinks that they got a shot in the playoffs. The East isn't that deep. Right? I mean, they do. How much? I haven't watched them enough to know. But this crowd who came in here as I walked here today from the hotel, they are fired up. They think this team is going to have some magic in the playoffs. I don't know if they will, Matt, but they have a lot of pieces that will eventually become a real competitive team. And I say that because they're the second, you said last night, the second youngest team. Some of these guys, even Caulfield, they're young guys. Their future is ahead of them. It's not behind them, and but the playoffs are a different story, and so we'll see how that unfolds for them. But tonight, it's just the Devils wanting another win.
Montreal has won 8 straight. They've got 100 points, the most points they've had since they had 103 in the 2016-2017 season. Wow. After tonight, they'll have 5 games still to be played, so they can pile up some points. And this building and these fans are ready for the postseason. They were there last year. They lost in the first round to Washington, but they're looking for that extended run, and we'll see whether or not they can do it this season. Devils Group tickets are on sale now. Excess fan experience packages such as high five tunnels, photo on the ice, Zamboni rides, and much more. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/groups today. More to come from Montreal after this. The Devils take on the Montreal Canadiens for the second time this weekend. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
Hi, this is Jack Hughes of the New Jersey Devils. On the ice, I do everything I can not to get checked. But off the ice, I'm all about getting checked.
It's hockey season, and that means it's time to get checked by the pros at RWJ Barnabas Health. As New Jersey's largest and most comprehensive healthcare system, we're all about keeping everyone in a great state of health. And that means getting regular checkups. Or, as Jack says,
don't let your health go unchecked. Get checked at RWJ Barnabas Health.
Visit rwjbh.org/getchecked.
This is Jesper Brad. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Back here at the Bell Center, the starting lineups for tonight's game were presented by RWJ Barnabas Health, New Jersey's largest academic healthcare system and official healthcare provider of the New Jersey Devils. For Montreal, they'll start the rookie in goal. He's 21 years of age from Melbourne, Florida. Jacob Fowler. He's 8-5-2 on the season. First time he's made an appearance against the New Jersey Devils. Defensively, Jaden Struble will be paired with Lane Hudson, and up front it will be Jake Evans, centering Zachary Bolduc and Josh Anderson. No changes in the lineup, except in goal for Montreal, the same 18 skaters for the Canadiens tonight. For the New Jersey Devils, Jacob Markstrom gets the start in goal, 22-18-1 on the season, 10-8-3 lifetime against Montreal. He'll be supported for the opening faceoff by the defense pairing of Johnny Kovacevic and Luke Hughes. And starting tonight's game will be the captain, Nico Hischier, Timo Meier, and Dawson Mercer are his wingers. Dawson Mercer's found the scoring touch as of late, so hopefully he can continue that tonight as the Devils look for a split. And in fact, picking up 3 out of a possible 4 points if they win tonight against Montreal in this weekend home-and-home series. Brett Pesce is out with an injury, most likely gone for the rest of the year. Evgeny Dadonov is a healthy scratch, as is Maxim Siplikov and Dennis Cholowski. Arseny Gritsuk not traveling with the team. His season is over due to shoulder surgery, which is impending. Secure your seats today for your 2026-27 Black and Red Full Season membership. Gain access to the most comprehensive benefits program in sports that includes priority ticket access, exclusive player events, specially priced concessions menu, and more. To learn more about joining the Black and Red, visit NewJerseyDevils.com/Black and Red. We'll be back with the opening face-off after this. It's the Devils and Canadiens on the Devils Hockey Network.
Do-over. Remember yelling do-over as a kid? Well, you still can. Plumbers. Don't stay at that dead-end job. Start a career in plumbing with Plumbers Local 24. We're not just building New Jersey's hospitals, schools, airports, and sports arenas. We're building better lives and secure futures. Go to plumbers24.org today. Better education, better pay, better benefits, better retirements. Start your do-over today. NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get New Jersey Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the New Jersey Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils. Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search PlayStar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Brett Pesci. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Back here in Montreal, getting ready for the start of tonight's game. Chico, you played back when home and home weekend series were, part of the landscape, not so much anymore. What's that second game like?
Well, I mean, I wished it was earlier in the season when it really meant something for the Devils as well. But no, it's fun, Matty, because the other guy maybe got a little edge on you last night, or, you want to try to switch it around. The interesting thing for me, Matty, as we're waiting here is the Devils had won 5 straight before last night. Canadiens finally won one. Is that a psychological advantage or difference for any of them? We'll see.
We will find. Find out. Here's PA announcer Michel Lacroix.
For the national anthems performed by Gideon Zelomaya, accompanied on the organ by Gian Bibo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est ça de fleurs glorieux, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Gideon Zelomaya singing the national anthems of the United States and of Canada. And as he walked off, Chico, he patted Cole Caulfield on the shoulder and said, I imagine, good luck, son. As the Devils take on the Montreal Canadiens, and Cole Caulfield looking for goal number 50. I will take that, Chico. I'm always interested in history, but I want to see it come in a Devils victory.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? I'm watching like little things. Every player during the national anthem, Matty, that's a special time. You get yourself fired up. You know what? Jack Hughes, I watched it. They had the camera on it. He was talking. His mouth was moving, talking to himself the whole time. And for him, that's what helps get him ready. And he, along with his teammates, want to build off their finish because they had a great finish last night. Couldn't quite get the win. But they don't want to get overrun, Matt, and I got to tell you, scoring the first goal tonight's going to be huge.
No doubt about it. Perhaps that's a part of the keys to tonight's game presented by Ticketmaster. Anything else you want to add?
Well, just, again, Devils, I think, are playing a little more up-tempo offensive game, and keep doing that. Get that defense involved, the Devils' defense involved, if possible.
Nico Hischier and Jake Evans on the face-off. Devils control it. Here's Luke Hughes in his own zone. Up for Dawson. Mercer redirects into the Canadian end. It's handled by Evans at his blue line. Now it's back to Lane Hudson. Angles one to Bolduc. This crowd is fired up. His pass is blocked away at center ice, and Dawson Mercer will backhand in. Referees tonight, Trevor Hansen and Cody Beach. Steve Barton, Scott Cherry are the linespersons as the Devils dump it in. Jacob Fowler hands it off, but an errant pass. Mercer with it, sweeps it behind the Canadian net, but now it's Hudson sending up along the near side, and Bolduc has to track back after. Good pressure here by the Devils. Montreal can't get out of their zone. Here's Kovacevic, former Canadian, with a long-range shot, and that's steered to the corner. Bolduc looks to clear, and he does. We'll develop the Fowler story as this game goes on. Here's Bolduc, who's in with a shot past the outstretched glove of Jacob Markstrom. Fowler, third-round draft choice. As the crowd reacts, Cole Caulfield has stepped out on the ice. Noah Dobson's pass blocked away. Mike Matheson will play it near side, gets it up to Slavkovsky. And now Slavkovsky moves down the left wing side. Angles one for Caulfield. The puck knocked off his stick by Siegenthaler, who presses him into the far wall. Puck in the Devils' end.
Well, you know the Devils are going to recognize when Caulfield's on the ice every shift, right, Matt? And if they don't, they'll know it because of the crowds roaring.
Jack Hughes across the line, in deep of the shot, saved by Fowler. Loose puck grab by Dobson. Challenged by Connor Brown. Puck taken away. Jack with it in the corner. Challenged by Suzuki. And now the puck is moved to Slavkovsky. He has it knocked away from behind, and the Devils pump it toward the Montreal blue line. Intercepted, though, by Matheson. Stick handles across the line, but we get an offside call on the Canadiens.
Well, you set the stage, Matty. Jacob Fowler has come on the scene, and if the Canadiens are going to do anything, I don't know who's going to be the number one goalie. Dobush was good last night, but the goaltending is going to be key. So what about that kid? That kid's done pretty well, hasn't he?
Well, he was a standout at Boston College. Played there 2 years. He was 57, 13, and 3.
Wow.
That's a pretty good mark, even if you play for a good team.
Exactly.
And then he went to Laval at the end of his season last year at Boston College. Went 2-1. This year, 19-7-1 with Laval. So he started off with a bang.
Mm-hmm. And he paid his dues in the minor leagues where there's just a little less pressure. So that helps. And some people think he is the goalie of the future.
He very well be. Jakob Dobush would like to have a word with anyone who thinks that. He's played well.
Well, he'll do a speaking on the ice. Both of them will.
Yeah, 27 wins for Dobush, who's backing up tonight. Devils dump it in. Coming up on 3 minutes elapsed. Cotter upended, wondering why there wasn't a penalty call, but play rolls on. Brian Hallinan challenging Caden Hooley behind the net. Takes it away, feeds it to Cotter. He's at the goal line in front from McLaughlin. His stick was tied up, and now a shot by Nemitz is blocked. And the puck is shoveled up ahead by Joe Veleno, but it's taken by Cotter, who's run into by Veleno as Nemitz will handle it near side. Now here's Mercer. Up for Cotter in the center circle. Finds Nico Hischier. Sends one in front. He was looking for Nemitz, who was batted away by Deneau. 2 shots for the Devils, none for Montreal. They have it. Veleno moves across the line. Meier came off the bench at the last second just to get a piece of the puck. Looked like it might be dangerous. Oh, the Devils turn it over. Shot by Veleno. Kicked out by Markstrom. Oh, boy, you can't make those kind of passes and expect to get away with them for much longer or too often, as offside called on Montreal, and Nemitz and Gallagher push at each other. Nemitz thought that the shot took place well after the whistle blew.
Well, here's something for all young athletes, especially hockey players who are a little bit small. You know what? The two most prominent players on the Montreal Canadiens, Cole Caulfield, who's 5'8", 175. And then you go to the defense, Lane Hudson. Man, he's only 5'9", 162. So don't let the size discourage you if you're an athlete. Just get smart, work hard, but work smart, and you can go way higher than you ever thought. And those are two examples right there.
Face-off outside the Devils' blue line, Suzuki and Jack Hughes. Montreal controls, and they drive it in. Here's Luke Hughes in the corner for Jesper Brett. Nice bank pass for Jack as he takes it out to center ice. Hearing some boos. I don't know why. He's a gifted player. In front, Connor Brown lifts it wide. Now a follow-up by Jack is stopped by Fowler.
Oh, that was close, Matty. Jack was going down the left side. They were booing him. He threw it across, and Brown just couldn't get it, but the puck stayed around that area. It comes out the other side, and then Brown's trying to jab away. But there's Jack cutting across. Gets the rebound, Matt. There's a little bit of room on the short side. Oh, he almost found it. Devils have looked pretty darn good. You know where they've looked good, Matty? Forechecking and playing in the Canadiens' ends so far. Isn't only 4 minutes gone, but still.
You want to keep it up off the face-off. Here's Hughes with a shot. It's blocked by the defense. Jack gets it back. Hard pass off the skate of Brown. It rolls to the blue line. Luke Hughes with it there. He goes cross-ice to Kovacevic. Now to Brett. Left wing circle. Makes a move on Slavkovsky. Chops it off for Brown. Brown tries to get it in front. It's off of Dobson. Brown recovers. Backhands a pass. It's recovered by Jack. Gives it to Brown. Tries to stick handle through two players. Couldn't do it. And here comes Montreal. Caulfield will dump it in, and he's shouldered by Brett as he does.
And Brett's playing his side.
Here's a cross-ice pass intercepted by Brett. He'll race out 1-on-2 looking for some help. Jack Slow comes in behind the play. Brett plays it behind the net. Now Jack knocked off the puck. That's got to be interference. That puck wasn't really near them. Matheson just knocked Jack down. But roll on, they say, and we will.
Well, I'll tell you, Jesper Bratt's playing the left side and Caulfield's playing the right side. They're going to play against each other. I guarantee you the pride of Jesper Bratt is going to be special today because he's not going to want him to score when he's out there.
14:50 to go in the first. Siegenthaler blows a tire in the Devils' end. Puck behind the net now, and Markstrom gives it off to Dougie Hamilton. Dougie with a soft pass that's off the stick of Bolduc. It comes out to center ice. We're going to get a hand pass called on Montreal. 14:56 to go in the first.
Okay, I want to do a history lesson. Now, all you folks, hockey, you've seen their logo, the Montreal Canadiens. It's got a C. That's for Canadians, but it's I-E-N-S, Matty. It's not A. It's French. And the H is for Habitants. Now, when they formed in 1909, the Montreal Canadiens, Habitants here in Quebec meant the local people, farmers who come from France, and that's why they put it on the jersey way back in 09, and that's why they're sometimes called the Habs. And just so you know that it's a unique logo, and at first people might say, what is it? What's the H got to do with it? I think there's a good bumping going on.
A little history lesson by Professor Chico Resch. Demidov was the one who was hit hard by Brendan Dillon. Demidov with the puck. The rookie spins along the right wing wall. McLaughlin stays with him. Demidov hands it off. Here's a shot toward the net. It's picked off by Nemitz, and he'll clear.
Well, you know what I like so far, Matty? Both teams are engaged, right? I just want them both showing up. It's second back-to-back night, but there's so much at stake here tonight that I think they're going to entertain this crowd and us as well.
Jaden Struble, who scored last night, goes rink wide to Brendan Gallagher, but coming over is Dawson Mercer to knock it free. Now he takes it across the blue line, cutting to his right. Runs out of room, so plays it down low. Hudson's pass deflected away by Hamanaho. Drive for the blue line is deflected wide. That was Kovacevic with the chance.
Another giveaway. I'm saying, Matty, the Habs are giving the puck away a lot in their own end. And they did last night as well. Let's hope the Devils can take advantage.
Under that pressure that you talked about. Good forecheck pressure by the Devils. Now here comes Gallagher, left wing side, looking to get it in front. It was poked away by Dawson Mercer. Boy, we've mentioned Dawson's name a lot. Here's Hudson with it. Moves to his left along the blue line. Gives it to Struble. Centers it, sent wide by Veleno. Struble now plays it behind the net for Danault. Fourth line out there, or maybe third line, depends on how you view it. From Montreal, Devils take over.
No, it's their fourth line, Matty, and last night they were very effective too. Remember? They had some great shifts. Not a lot is expected of them, but they're doing a great job of forechecking.
Devils in control, 12:25 to go in the first, no score. Brett will play it deep to Hamilton as the Devils regroup coming out of their own end. Now here's Jack with it. Spins on Caulfield. Escapes to the neutral zone. Down the center of the ice. It's poked by Slavkovsky. Jack will just dump it in. And Montreal in control. Suzuki with it. Up for Caulfield. He's across the line. Has it on the backhand. Tries to cut in front. Devils wouldn't let him. Caulfield tracks it down far side. Now to Dobson with a long shot. That goes off the glass on a redirect. Caulfield tries to keep it alive. Devils block it away. They've got numbers. It's Jack with Brown. Jack in deep. Waits. Goes to Brown. Centers for Brett. The puck goes off the heel of his stick. And now here comes Montreal on the counter. It's Suzuki. He's across the line. Tries to find Caulfield. It comes to Slavkovsky. But who knocks it away from behind? But Jack Hughes.
Great back check by Jack.
As he hears the boos, we have a penalty coming up. It's going to be on Caden Gooley, who took Jack down. It's a trip, and the Devils will have a power play.
Well, Jack, a very instrumental shift, Matt. He made a pass on the rush over to Bratt. I wished he could have shot, but he was under a lot of pressure. And then on
Montreal,
the back check,
21 has 2 minutes for tripping.
You know, he comes back and breaks up a very dangerous play. And here's the good news, Matty. Devils are going on the power play. We're going to have a timeout, so that's going to let Jack rest a little bit and Bratt. And so they'll probably start this power play and see if they can get the first goal of this hockey game. Right now it's 0-0, 11:23 to go. In the first period, you're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge presented by Expedia is back.
Come on, boys.
And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends. And see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2026-27 NHL event and an Adventure Chrono NHL Limited Edition watch by Norcane. Sign up today at nhl.com/bracket.
Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
From the producers of The Crown.
You are invited to attend an interview, the position of assistant dresser. For Her Royal Highness the Duchess of York.
Comes a new BritBox original drama inspired by a true story.
As time passes, speculation is growing. Could Jane Andrews have killed the man she loved?
Starring Natalie Dormer and Mia McKenna-Bruce.
I don't want an ordinary life! However did it come to this?
The Lady. Streaming March 18th, only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
This is Arseny Gritsuk. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Caden Gooley off to the trip at 8:37. Devils with the power play, Chico.
Yeah, and they want to move the puck around. Obviously they want to score, but here's what I'm not worried about. I'm not worried that the Devils are fired up. They're on fire, Matty. They want to win this, and let's see if this power play shows it.
Heischer, who was brilliant on face-offs last night, wins another. Puck comes to Jack. He tried to get it to Nico, but it was cleared by Montreal. Nico won 22 of 31 face-offs last night.
Yeah, that's impressive, Matty.
Here's Heischer, left wing side. Dobson bumps him, gets the puck to Jack with a shot. Save made by Fowler, gets the glove and holds on.
Now, wasn't that a good choice? That's what I'm saying. Somebody else said, oh, he's shooting from outside the top of the circle. Jack knows. He knows he can't be predictable. He can't be passing every time, or they're going to look for the pass. He can't shoot every time, or they'll take away that. But he can do the combination. And there, Fowler with a nice little save. He's made a couple of dandies. Nothing spectacular, Matty, but he's rock solid.
Off the draw, Markstrom with it. Or check that. Matheson with it. And he fires it all the way down, and Markstrom will play it. And so the Devils come out of their own end. Luke Hughes sweeps it back. His brother picks it up. Moves to the blue line. Slows down as he gains the zone. Down the right wing wall. Devils with the man advantage in a scoreless first period. Now Luke hammers a pass to Brett. To the goal line for Connor Brown. Back to Brett. Left wing side, out high to Luke. Looks. Shot tip, and it goes wide. Heischer with the redirect. Pratt picks it up far side. Top of the circle. Now it goes to Luke. Quick shot. That's off the stick of Brown and goes out of play.
Now, I can't remember, Matty. Is this the first time we played in the Canadian city since the Olympics? Because they're booing Jack every time he touches the puck.
That's a good point.
And we know why, right? Because they wanted desperately to win that Olympic gold, but no, it was the U.S. And so, but that adds to it. That won't bother Jack. That'll spur him on.
Heischer wins it again. Jack at the right point. 49 to go in the minor to Gooley. Jack in the right wing circle. Looks around, surveying to his brother out high. Back to Jack in the circle. Down low for Heischer with a shot. Saved by Fowler with Brown. Hoping for a rebound. We'll have a face-off.
Talk to Mark Denny. Now, he was a pretty darn good goalie at his time. I said, Mark, what do you see with Fowler? Well, Fowler, Matty mentioned, he grew up in Florida, but then he came north when he realized he had some talent, and then he did his thing up here, and it's been terrific. But he said he's really calm. He's not too active. You know what I mean? Like, see, Marky can be active sometimes, and even Jake Allen, but this guy's just calm. Not that that's necessarily good. I mean, I shouldn't say good. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not comparing it's better than the other goalies that are more active. But, boy, everything is calculated, and that's why they think he will be the goalie of the future, but that's a long way off.
Montreal cleared. Now they intercept inside the Devils' blue line. Veleno sends one in front, well wide. Evans was nearby. Heischer gives it off to Luke Hughes. Down to 10 to go in the power play. Luke has some trouble. Veleno takes it away. He's in. Shot saved by Markstrom. Just as the penalty to Gooley was coming to an end, a shorthanded try, but now here's Meier taking it across the line. Gives it to Jack, cuts to his left with some room in the circle far side. On net. It's stopped and the rebound is put home. Timo Meier cracks the seal and the Devils jump out to a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's why we love hockey. Veleno has a breakaway after the puck's turned over, but Markey with a good save. Then it goes down. Now Jack's on the right side. Jack is going to come late. He's going to go all the way across from the right all the way to the left. He's going down. But Meier gets loose, and the puck is shot by Jack. That's the thing, Matty. It wasn't passed. He said, I'm going to shoot this. But he shoots it in a way that's going to be a rebound. I don't know if it hit the post, if it hit the goalie's 5-hole. We'll see here. And did it squeak through? Yeah. Went through his legs, actually. Then hit the post. But Meier said, I'm going to get position in front of the net. I'm going to beat that defenseman. And he did, and then he just shoveled the puck in. So, great play by Timo Meier as well.
That's his 24th goal of the season. He scored last night in the shootout loss. And he's given the Devils the 1-0 lead. That early goal, that first goal, so critical, and it goes the Devils' way.
Well, he gave Jack the puck. That's the first thing that was good about that goal. And then he muscled his way in front of the net.
Slap shot far side. It goes wide through a screen by Jack-Eye. Here's Cooley for Jack-Eye. He'll try it again. He sends it wide again. 3 on a match. Maybe he'll get another chance.
Well, I think it's...
Newhook with a drive. That's off the glass and comes all the way down.
Well, no. Jack-Eye has one goal, Matty. He missed the net twice when he had people in front. You can't do that if you're going to one-time from out there. But the guys going in front are saying, what am I doing here? You got to hit the net, man.
Slavkovsky has it knocked away. Here's Caulfield. Now he'll play it to the blue line, kept alive by Struble. Cross ice off the stick of Hudson, loose puck. Slafkovsky has it knocked away by McLaughlin, playing his second game since his call-up from Utica, and Paul Cotter winds it in. Hallinan gives it to McLaughlin. Now Hallinan gets it back. Rolls it around the yellow. It comes to Slafkovsky just ahead of Brendan Dillon. And with 7:35 to go, Montreal comes out of its own end. Jack Hughes with the only assist on the Timo Meier goal at 10:47. Devils leading 1-0. Hudson, his pass knocked down at the blue line by Hischier. Gives it to Nemitz. Moves in with a shot off the post. That
Again,
close.
Maddie, I know. Montreal is not playing well defensively, and the Devils just want to get that second goal. I worry about Montreal. If this is the way they play defense, especially Slafkovsky's stick on the ice, I'm saying, man, you're on the top line. You got to have some grit and some hard edges on the boards, but that's okay. Devils are taking advantage.
Bolduc carries it across the line, acquired in a trade, comes to Montreal, his home team, if you will. Now Matheson has a pass blocked away by Jack, who drops it for Meier. Back to Jack with a drive that goes wide, off the corner boards, and all the way down. 6.5 to go. Anderson looked to line up Luke Hughes, but Luke moved aside. Now a pass by Bolduc is tipped off the side of the net by Anderson. And here comes Jack lifting it high in the air. Pratt may run underneath this one, but Matheson gets back and bumps him off the puck.
It was kind of like a football pass, hey, Matty? Who's going to get it? Matheson or Pratt?
And it was the veteran D-man who got the step on Jesper. 6 minutes to go. Siegenthaler in the corner. Gallagher took it away for a moment, but now it's Siegenthaler again. Outlets to Brown, and he'll just lift it into the Montreal end. Canadiens in their home red with the blue and white trim. Devils with the road white with the black and red trim as Nick Bukestad snaps it in. 7 shots for the Devils, 2 for the Canadiens.
One of them a break. Yeah, so actually 2 good shots, and Markey's got them both.
And that Veleno chance came off the turnover, and just before the Devils got on the board.
That's like a 2-goal swing, right, Matt? And that's what you want out of your goalie.
Home crowd trying to get the Canadiens going with a cry of "Go Habs Go." Paul Cotter with the puck, back to Brendan Dillon. Stay with us for the Citizens Intermission Report. At the end of this first period, we'll have an Icebreakers with Cody Glass. We'll have highlights. We'll have a Devils guest. There's a pass ahead. Newhook in deep. Watched by Nemitz. Passes to the blue line, and Struble's shot is stopped by Markstrom as the puck deflects to the corner. Now it's free in front. Markstrom comes out and tips it to Cotter, who bangs it with authority off the far wall to the neutral zone.
Canadians are changing. They're waiting, and here comes Caulfield.
Devils made a change as well. Pass up the center of the ice for Suzuki. Drifts to the right wing wall. Looks for Caulfield. Luke Hughes got a piece. Caulfield recovers his pass to the point. Goes off the stick of Struble. And the Canadians have to clear the zone. But now they're back across. Slafkovsky taps it to Suzuki. Near side feed off the wall. Went wide of Caulfield. Now Kovacevic challenging Caulfield. Sends the puck up, but not out. Gooley with a shot save made by Markstrom. Hit him in the crest. He held on.
Well, the Devils playing very well, keeping the shots. Well, there was a breakaway. But mostly they're not allowing the Canadians to get loose in front. Except for that one breakaway. But Markey said, I got that one. But the Devils have the 1-0 lead, and that's what they wanted. They're playing very well, and let's see if it continues. And you are listening with 3:57 to go here in the first. The New Jersey Devils Hockey Network.
That winning feeling you love? Take it everywhere you go with the Hollywood Casino app. Real money wins on all your favorite games, including exclusive titles and app-wide cash jackpots that hit all day, every day. The casino floor is now at your fingertips. New players bet $5 and get 300 bonus spins, plus up to $1,000 back in casino credits if you lose $10 plus in your first 24 hours. Hollywood Casino. Download and play today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge presented by Expedia is back.
Come on, boys.
And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends. And see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2026-27 NHL event and an Adventure Chrono NHL Limited Edition watch by Norcane. Sign up today at nhl.com/bracket.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
This is Timo Meier. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
The Devils face off against the Ottawa Senators a week from tonight. It's Jersey Appreciation Night, the final home game of the regular season. The festivities will start with Fan Fest on Championship Plaza at 4 o'clock. Puck drop a little after 7. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/tickets today. The crowd applauding because Mike Matheson, playing in his 700th game tonight, was just put up on the big scoreboard, acknowledged for that number. Devils lead 1-0, 3:57 to go in period number 1. Timo Meier with his 24th. Jack Hughes picking up the assist. That's his 46th of the season. He's got 71 points to lead the team. Oliver Kapanen on the draw along with Nico Hischier. Devils control it. Luke Hughes sends one up toward Mercer. It's off a stick, a bouncing puck that Newhook chops toward the corner, grabbed by Kovacevic. And now the Devils move to center ice. Here's Dawson Mercer across the line, watched by Gooley. Spins on Gooley, who takes the puck away though. Now Jack Guy for Newhook. Now to Demidov. Demidov down the far side. Across the red line, gaining the zone, looks for Newhook. Hischier got a piece, and now here's a chance, and Kapanen drives it wide. Inaccuracy has been part of Montreal's play in this first period.
Sure has, to the benefit of the Devils.
Jack Guy shovels it toward the corner. Hischier grabs it, gets it to Mercer. He's bumped by Gooley. Backhands the puck is now Jack Guy with it. Plays it off the wall, gives chase in the corner, throws a shoulder in on Luke. Then Jack Guy checked by Kovacevic, and the Devils will clear the zone. It's Bratt for Jack. Oh, Bratt wiped out, gets back up on his skates. Matheson was the one who knocked him down. Here's Jack with the puck. He moves in, sends one wide past the far post.
Matt, that's the third good chance for Jack in this period.
Bratt now cross ice for Jack. And those favor the Devils. Here's Jack along the goal line. Fans on his shot. Moves behind the net. Hands it off to Connor Brown. Try to dump it to the corner. Now it's rolled around to Siegenthaler. Hamilton out high for Bratt. The long wrister that's blocked away by Fowler. 2:19 to go in the first period. Devils lead 1-0. Brown for Bratt was along the goal line. Steps out in front. Backhand try is stopped by Fowler, and the puck is cleared.
Good play by Brown, though, to block out the Canadian player, Matty, so he couldn't go to the front of the net, and Devils took it and had a good backhand, but Fowler makes another nice save. 9 shots for the Devils.
Puck goes out of play on a deflection, souvenir for one of the fans, and we'll have a face-off.
Well, here's the one thing I like about New Jersey, Matty. They never play easy. You know when you say they're tough to play against? Even when they were losing, they were tough to play against. They just didn't score enough goals. But today, if the Canadiens thought they're going to come in, they're at home, we're going to start, dominating. No, you're not. Devils are not going to allow that to happen, and they haven't so far. And we'll see what these last minute and 53 seconds look like here in the first period. We'll be right back to give it to you. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast.
Hi, this is Jack Hughes of the New Jersey Devils. On the ice, I do everything I can not to get checked. But off the ice, I'm all about getting checked.
It's hockey season, and that means it's time to get checked by the pros at RWJ Barnabas Health. As New Jersey's largest and most comprehensive healthcare system, we're all about keeping everyone in a great state of health. And that means getting regular checkups. Or, as Jack says,
don't let your health go unchecked. Get checked at RWJ Barnabas Health.
Visit rwjbh.org/getchecked.
Do-over. Remember yelling do-over as a kid? Well, you still can. Plumbers. Don't stay at that dead-end job. Start a career in plumbing with Plumbers Local 24. We're not just building New Jersey's hospitals, schools, airports, and sports arenas. We're building better lives and secure futures. Go to plumbers24.org today. Better education, better pay, better benefits, better retirements. Start your do-over today.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
This is Stefan Nason. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
The Philadelphia Flyers, next up for the Devils on Tuesday, they're in third place in the Metropolitan Division. They won in overtime today. Porter Martone, his first NHL goal. Flyers beat Boston 2-1. And Philadelphia now with 90 points. The Islanders dropped to a wild card spot. Detroit, another loss. Down big, came back, tied it up. Patrick Kane with a terrible penalty.
Oh, was it?
Oh, it was just an egregious penalty. It was mindless. It was actually selfish.
Well, he tied it up, right?
Yeah.
And then he gives it back.
And Minnesota wins 5-4.
But it looks like Ottawa's going to win. They're up 5-2 with a couple minutes left. And puck goes out of play. And that's going to help Ottawa. I mean, I kind of hope Ottawa does well, but I don't know if that's not a lock either. But yeah, I did look up, Matty. This is the first time that Jack Hughes has played in a Canadian city, which I think is the only time he's going to do. But anyway, this is the response. I don't know if he was expecting it. I hadn't really thought about it. When they started booing him the first time that he had the puck, I thought, oh, that's why, sure. They're proud Canadians, and they lost the goal.
On Jack's overtime GWG. Here's a shot out in front, went off the stick of Luke Hughes. It came from Noah Dobson at the point. Devils with a 1-0 lead, a minute 13 to go. By the way, if Ottawa holds on and wins that game, the Islanders are out of a playoff spot. Here's Hudson moving in deep, finds a man, and he sent it off iron and out of play.
Well, Dano was one of the guys that Kent Hughes picked up from L.A., hoping that he could add a little something. I don't know, he's playing fourth line. But I look here, Matty, he's only got 5 goals. 5 goals and a goal post. With a nice shot inside of the pipe and went out of play. And you don't mind giving up goals. We've seen a lot of goal posts, right, man? I think it's because of the size of the goalies. A lot of times that's all you have to shoot on.
Yeah, not a lot of space, right?
No.
Try to squeeze one in. Devils try to clear. Hudson blocks it at the blue line, but now the puck pumped to the neutral zone as Noah Dobson will play it for Slavkovsky. Devils lead 1-0 on Timo Meier's goal, 45 seconds to go in the period. Slavkovsky across the line, behind the net, the long reach of Siegenthaler knocks the puck away, but it's recovered by the Canadiens. Here's Dobson at the right point with a wrister blocked by Meier. He looks to clear, and he will. Gets it to Mercer, crisscrosses with Hischier, drops it off to Hischier. Oh, but offside is called.
You know, Matty, I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm a coach and a goalie. I'm looking at Slavkovsky. He's got 29 goals. I don't know how he got it, but last night and tonight, with the puck, he got checked again there. I just look, he doesn't make really smart plays. He doesn't protect the puck when he should, and you know, he's been giving it away. Obviously, he could shoot. He's got 29 goals. He can snap them. But this big line, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, and Caulfield, hasn't been very effective against the Devils. in these 2 games so far. I should say a game and a period.
20 seconds to go in the first period. Devils with the 1-0 lead. Siegenthaler bats it away at the blue line. Now Jack had it for a moment but lost it. Here's Evans with it across the line. Sends a pass that sails through the legs of Bolduc, who works it to Matheson with a shot, and that's off a stick and well wide. Siegenthaler wants to get it out. He cannot. Shot from the blue line, deflects wide, and that'll do it. As the period comes to an end and the Devils have a 1-0 lead. Let's see here. Bolduc and Siegenthaler jabbing at each other. Nothing will develop as the Devils take a nice 1-0 lead into the break.
And they played well, Matt. It was a really good first period for New Jersey again. They gave up 4 shots. One was a breakaway. One was a giveaway high that a guy was all alone. But, I don't think those are as bad, Matty, as the cross-ice backdoor plays. Not for goalies. They're used to one-on-ones. It's when that puck is passed and they've got to move from where they thought the shot might be taken. And so Marky's sharp. He's been aggressive, and so have the Devils themselves. They got the only goal. So a really good first period for New Jersey.
Yeah, as they used to say, I don't know if it's the same anymore, but it used to be that's a good road start, right?
Yeah,
that's a good road start.
Yes. I think when it's back-to-back, too, this was a really important first period.
Timo Meier with the goal, Jack Hughes with the assist, and the Devils have the 1-0 lead after 1 coming up in just a moment. We'll have the Citizens Intermission report. You'll hear from Cody Glass in an Icebreakers intermission segment as we welcome Mark McLaughlin to our program from outside the Devils dressing room. Mark, it's Matt and Chico upstairs. Thanks very much for your time. And congratulations on getting the call up to play yesterday and now your second game of the season. What a year it's been from you. Hurt in, I guess it was the first preseason game, and then you make your way back, do well in Utica. Now here you are. Congratulations on that. What was the trail like for you?
No, it was good. Obviously, it was a long start to the year, being injured for 5 months, and but it was good though. I got to get to know the guys here in New Jersey, so it makes it all that more special to be back here with them now.
Yeah, hey Mark, I'm just curious. Did you ever have a long stint where you were out when you were a kid in minor hockey or any other time, or was this just a new challenge for you?
No, it's a totally new challenge. I don't think I've been injured this long ever in my life, so. Yeah, no, that's it takes a lot of mental toughness and just sticking with it through the hard times, and just know that you're going to come back better.
You have played in the NHL before. In fact, you had a couple of games last year with the Devils after coming over from Boston. I imagine that makes it easier in some ways, but as you come up here in the last week of the season, what are you trying to do in terms of showing to Tom Fitzgerald, who traded for you, that he made the right move and there's a place for you in this organization?
Just to play my game and play a hard two-way game, play with details, and help the team win. That's all I'm looking to do.
What is your game?
Playing hard, playing a two-way offensive, defensive game, playing both sides of the puck, and bringing some intensity and playing with a lot of pace.
Well, fair enough. From Boston College to the NHL, and now here in Montreal. Good luck in periods 2 and 3.
Thank you.
Mark McLaughlin. And by the way, that's how he told me to pronounce it now. I spell my name Loughlin, Lachlan, which I think is the proper way. He spells it, his family does, Mick, Laugh. Oh. You say potato, I say potato.
No, how about Jesper and Jesper? How about that?
Yeah.
They're from the same country. We ask them. One's Jesper and the other's Jesper. So that's kind of the unique, fun thing about names, Matty. You just better ask the person who is holding that name, how does he pronounce it?
Yeah.
Because that's the bottom line.
It must have been softened, that name, on the way over the Atlantic Ocean as his family came to North America. At any rate, we're glad that he could spend a few minutes with us, and we welcome him back, if you will, to the Devils family. Mark McLaughlin centering the fourth line tonight for the New Jersey Devils. After 1, the Devils have a 1-0 lead on Timo Meier's 24th of the season. Jack Hughes with his 46th helper, and the Devils in front after 1. Time for the Citizens Intermission report. When we come back, you'll hear Cody Glass. Interesting answers to thought-provoking questions in our Icebreakers segment. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
What if your instincts could pay off?
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
The New Jersey Devils are all about scoring goals and making saves, and so is Citizens. Reaching a financial goal might not get the crowd on their feet like a hat trick, but just like in hockey, having a solid team behind you makes the win sweeter and much more likely. A partner like Citizens will help fans make sense of their money so they can face off against anything coming their way. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/devils. Member FDIC.
This is Brendan Dillon. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
This is the Citizens Intermission Report, spending time with the Devils' Cody Glass, another Icebreakers intermission. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
You never know what answers we're going to get to these crazy questions. If you could hang out with a cartoon character, who would it be?
That's a great question, actually. I'll say...
Starting off with a banger.
Yeah. I didn't have time to think about that one. I'll say like Bugs Bunny. Guy's always adventurous. Hung out with Michael Jordan, LeBron James, so he's doing something right.
What 3 items would you bring with you on a deserted island?
I probably should have a better answer for this, but I'll go a knife, a fishing rod, and a Brita. I don't know.
That might be the best answer I've gotten. You got to filter that water. All right, Genie grants you one wish. What do you wish for?
It's a great question. I don't know, $1 billion.
Okay, we'll move on to some easier ones, not necessarily that thought-provoking. What's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is April Fool's Day. It's my birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday, belatedly. And do you have a favorite April Fool's joke, maybe, that you pulled off on someone?
No, never. They all suck.
What 2 things do you consider yourself to be good at?
I would like to say I'm pretty good at hockey. Playing the NHL is pretty good. And then I'd like to say I'm a pretty good friend.
Oh, that's a nice one. What 2 things do you consider yourself to be bad at?
My wife could probably give you a couple, but I'd say probably pushing in my chair after dinner. And then another one would probably be I'm a little bit messy, so I'll say that as well.
As you say that in a gingerly manner, I can only imagine what messy is in terms of definition. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Smooth.
Coffee or tea?
Neither, but if I had to choose, coffee.
Would you rather be the funniest person in the room or the smartest person in the room?
I like making people laugh, so funniest.
Would you rather get free accommodations or free plane tickets for the remainder of your life?
Free plane tickets would be pretty good.
We're going to rewind the clock a little bit here. What piece of advice would you give to a 14-year-old Cody Glass?
Have fun. Don't take anything too seriously.
Where do you find inspiration?
I think my family, my daughter now. I think that's my biggest inspiration.
How long would you survive a zombie apocalypse?
I'd like to actually think pretty long. I watch a lot of the movies, so I feel like I have a good lay of the land for it. So I'd say a good amount of time.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
What do you do to beat stress?
Either hang out with my daughter and my wife or play video games.
What's the one thing you would miss if you went to space?
My family.
What piece of advice would you give to someone starting an NHL career?
I would say work as hard as you can as long as you can, and your skill will take over.
If the team was stranded on a deserted island, who would you want to take charge?
In here, probably Brendan Dillon. I think he would lead me to...
Last couple. Who's the most interesting person you've met?
Connor Brown.
If you had to sleep on a beach anywhere in the world, where would that be?
Oh, I'm not a big beach person, but the Bahamas was really good.
Can't go wrong there. What's your proudest achievement?
Either getting drafted or becoming a dad.
And lastly, what animal would you choose to be and why?
I would choose to be a dog just because no matter what's happening in their life, they're always excited to see their owner. So that's how I live life.
Cody Glass, thanks very much for your time.
Awesome, thank you.
Cody Glass joining us on the Citizens Intermission Report for another Icebreakers Intermission. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network. You know, whenever I drive in for a Devils game, I know exactly where I'm going to park because I reserve my spot ahead of time with Park Mobile. I don't have time to drive around looking for parking. I just use the Park Mobile app to easily reserve the spot I want. Then I drive right to that lot and there's a guaranteed spot waiting for me. It's easy. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or on the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, book your spot before you leave the house with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge presented by Expedia is back.
Come on, boys.
And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends. And see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2026-27 NHL event and an Adventure Chrono NHL Limited Edition watch by Norcane. Sign up today at nhl.com/bracket.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
This is Stefan Nason. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Sign up today for Devils Alerts to receive mobile and email alerts for tickets and offers, pre-sales, promotions, news, events, surveys, and more. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/Devils Alerts or text Devils to 78741. That's 78741. Devils lead 1-0 after one here in Montreal. This is the Citizens Intermission Report. Let's check out some highlights as these teams meet for the second time this weekend. Devils losing last night at home in a shootout. Final score 4-1. Jack Hughes does a lot offensively, but his defensive prowess is a thing to behold as well. He is relentless on the back check, and Juraj Slafkovsky can attest. Caulfield tries to keep it alive. Devils block it away. They've got numbers. It's Jack with Brown. Jack in deep. Waits. Goes to Brown. Centers for Brett. The puck goes off the heel of his stick. And now here comes Montreal on the counter. It's Suzuki. He's across the line. Tries to find Caulfield. It comes to Slafkovsky, but who knocks it away from behind? But Jack Hughes. And a potential scoring situation was abated by Jack's work defensively. Devils did turn the puck over, but the goalie is paid to make saves, isn't he? Sends one in front, well wide. Evans was nearby. Heischer gives it off to Luke Hughes. Down to 10 to go in the power play. Luke has some trouble. Polino takes it away. He's in. Shot saved by Markstrom. Just as the penalty to Gouli was coming to an end, a shorthanded try, but now here's Meier taking it across the line. Gives it to Jack, cuts to his left with some room in the circle far side. On net. It's stopped and the rebound is put home. Timo Meier cracks the seal and the Devils jump out to a 1-0 lead. Good play by Markstrom on one end. Good play on the other end by Timo Meier, and the Devils have a 1-0 lead. 10:47 the time of the goal. Meier's 24th. Jack Hughes, the lone assist, his 46th of the season and his 71st point of the year. Keep in mind that Jack has played just 55 games, this being 56, so those numbers are very, very impressive. Could have been more from a Devils standpoint, but a ring-a-ding-ding went Montreal's way. Hudson, his pass knocked down at the blue line by Heischer. Gives it to Nemitz. Moves in with a shot off the post. That
Again,
close. Nemitz almost coming up with the goal, and then later on in the period, a little ring-a-ding-ding went against Montreal's way. Here's Hudson moving in deep. Finds a man. And he sends it off iron and out of play. Right off the crossbar, and so it's 1-0 after 1 here at Bell Center. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard. It's brought to you by Premio Sausage. Real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. Most games now final. Earlier today, Minnesota took a 3-goal lead, gave it back to Detroit, but they won it in the end, 5-4, the final score, as Detroit's playoff hopes take another hit. The Penguins like playing Florida, particularly in Western Pennsylvania. A back-to-back home and home. Pittsburgh was home for both of them. Yesterday, they win by a score of 9-4. Today, they win by a score of 5-2 over the Florida Panthers, who are looking at, after 2 straight Stanley Cups, looking at that number 1 draft choice in the upcoming draft. Philadelphia wins in overtime. Porter Martone with his first NHL goal as they defeat Boston by a score of 2-1. And one other to report, Ottawa beats Carolina 6-3. In progress, the Rangers and Capitals after 1 are tied at 1. Connor McMichael with his 12th for Washington. Connor Sherry with his 7th for the Rangers. And later on, it's St. Louis at Colorado. So, updating the standings based on the results that we just told you, the Islanders, who fired head coach Patrick Waugh today and replaced him with Pete DeBoer, they're out of the playoffs right now. They've lost 4 straight. Philadelphia, 3rd in the Metropolitan Division. Ottawa takes over the 2nd spot in the wild card, which was temporarily held for about 45 minutes by the Islanders after Philly knocked them out of 3rd. Now they are outside looking in. They've got 4 games left. They've got 3 days until their next game. They'll play Toronto on Thursday. Very, very interesting things happening on Long Island. We're getting ready for the start of period number 2. Devils leading 1-0 after 1. When we come back, more action from Montreal on the Devils Hockey Network.
In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you. Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park. NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get New Jersey Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the New Jersey Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils.
This is Jack Hughes. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Jack Hughes continues his hot run. Picks up an assist on the Meier goal. Now 35 points in his last 19-plus games. But, Chico, there's more work for the New Jersey Devils to do as they start the second period with that 1-0 lead. And what, in your eyes and estimation, will the Devils have to do? Chico, what do you think the Devils have to do here in the second?
Oh, well, Matty, the first period was pretty darn good. I'd say just kind of duplicate that. And then you wonder, can Montreal put more of a push on? That's what I'm not sure of.
There is some pressure on the Canadiens. I mean, they've made the playoffs. There's a pass out in front. Oh, backhand try by Evans as he spun. Was thwarted by Mercer. Now Hudson with a centering pass. That's deflected out of play. And I say pressure because they're in the playoffs as Evans and Keisha push at each other. But, they want to get that 50th for Caulfield. They want to get Suzuki to 100 points. Suzuki's got 95. They've only had 4 players, total of 10 times, hit 100 in their illustrious history. So I guess they're trying to get that done. And,
and they're also just trying to build, I hope they're just trying to build some chemistry for the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, the Devils are a tough team to play against, man. I just saw Mercer was down low to help on that defensive play.
Slavkovsky with a blast off the chest of Markstrom.
And then Nico Hischier gave, I think it was Evans, a shot. You know what I mean? I like the response of the Devils, and they're saying, no, you got to come through us, and it's not going to be easy.
Puck in the Canadiens' end. They're starting a 4-game homestand, the final 4 games of the regular season. Florida and Tampa Bay next, and then Columbus in the last home game. That'll be on Saturday. Then they go on the road to take on the Islanders and Philadelphia. Loose puck. Here's Caulfield. Backhands around, race on. Bratt should get there first. He will. He tried to tip it to Jack. It was knocked away by Dobson. Now Caulfield with a shot that's deflected away by Markstrom. Suzuki, far circle. Out to the blue line. Matheson broke his stick, and a glove save made by Markstrom.
Yeah, it was a slow knuckler in on Markstrom because the stick broke. But there again, Matt, and Jack went to him and said, hey, good job. But I'm watching in front. Luke Hughes is battling Caulfield. The Devils are battling all the areas that they should be, in all the areas they should be. And that's what I say. When teams say we're hard to play against, you got to know what that means. That doesn't mean just, it's hard to play against. You got to know why, and the Devils are.
Off the draw, here's Hudson with it, skating along the goal line. Center save by Markstrom. Remarkable on Kapanen, and it remains 1-0.
Kapanen's another nice find. And you know the name Kapanen if you've been around hockey, and I can't give it all to you. But he is related to a lot of the other Kapanens that have come down the line in the NHL.
Nephew of Sammy.
That's 1.
And cousin of Kasperi.
And that's 2. And there's more. I read 4 different people that he's related to, but it's not a big country either.
Montreal's shot was blocked, and the puck bounded all the way down into their end. Now a turnover. Siegenthaler with a shot that didn't get through. Now that one by Glass does. It's knocked aside by Jacob Fowler. Newhook banks a pass for Kapanen.
I hope his nickname is Fishhook. He's from Newfoundland, and that's fishing country.
From St. John's, and of course Bay Roberts, the hometown of the Devils' Dawson Mercer. Here's Paul Cotter with it. In the Montreal zone, moves to the far corner. Checked by Veleno, keeps going. Cotter with it from the circle. The shot hit a man in front, and Deneau will take it out to center ice. 2.5 gone by in the second period. Devils leading 1-0 on the first period. Goal by Timo Meier. Devils back home for Philadelphia and Pittsburgh Tuesday, Thursday. And then we go on the road for Detroit, back home for Ottawa, and things wrap up in Boston on the 14th.
Pavel Zacha got his 29th today, folks. You remember Pavel?
Boy, he's having a terrific year, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, it's nice to see. He's a nice kid.
Here's Deneau with some room at center ice. Takes it across the line. Crowd urging the Canadiens on. Oh, what a takeaway by Mercer. What is it about Dawson Mercer lately? He scores goals, and defensively he's been so good.
Exactly, Matty. He's been so noticeable in both of those areas.
Now here's Anderson, knocked off the puck by Luke Hughes, who wheels his way through the neutral zone across the line with a wrist shot that was deflected on its way in and steered wide by Fowler. Not that Dawson was a bad defensive player, I don't mean to infer that, but on both ends of the ice, we mention his name all the time these last handful of games. Hischier has it swept away. Noah Dobson will handle it. He's checked by Hischier. Broken stick on the ice. Evans will control for Montreal.
Well, one of the things the Devils do have accountability in on their team is playing strong defense. And I've seen that all year long. Just scoring goals. is what I think is the difference.
Jesper Bratt through the neutral zone. Lays it off for Luke. Chops it to Connor Brown. Backhands in front. It sails through the crease. Goes far side for Jack. Taps it to Luke. Has it poked away by Hudson. And Montreal clears to center ice, but Jack is there. His pass deflected away, and now Hudson fires it up ahead for Suzuki. On to Slafkovsky. Back to Suzuki down the left wing side. Taps it off the glass. It rolls along the top of the wall. Oh, Siegenthaler held up on the play by Slafkovsky. Play rolls on. 4.5 gone by in the second. Devils up 1-0. Jack Hughes with backhand pass up the middle of the ice. Got past his two intended recipients.
Yeah, went right between them. Hey, Matty, we had a nice 2-on-1 going for the Devils.
Connor Brown and Jesper Bratt. Lane Hudson intercepted. Now it's back in the Devils' end, and here's Jack with it. He had 3 shots in the first period to lead the Devils. Also an assist. Has it centers. Brown shot stopped. The follow-up. Another save by Fowler on Bratt. And as he sprawls, the puck is tucked underneath him.
And what, just a brilliant save, but Slafkovsky's down there, Matty. He just made a great save. Slafkovsky, watch. He's going to try to dump it out. No, you put it... You put it under the goalie. He tries to dump it out into the slot. He's just made an incredible save. I know I'm kind of being hard on Slafkovsky, but I'm thinking, Montreal, if you're going to do anything, this guy's got to know how to play some defense.
And you're right, as he tried to clear it, went off a teammate, went off Caulfield, I think, and it slid under Fowler.
Yeah, otherwise it would have been in huge trouble. But anyway, they dodged the bullet.
And it stays 1-0. Slafkovsky, of course, the first overall pick in the 2022 draft. Timo Nemec, his countryman, fellow Slovakian, selected second overall. Here's Brendan Gallagher, longtime Canadien. He has it chipped off his stick. Puck still in the Devils' end. Here's Veleno with it. Tries to center. It goes off. A Devils skate went off of Nemec's skate in front. And now Brendan Dillon looks around and Lofts went up ahead. Devils have Cody Glass's line out there. That's Brian Hallinan and Paul Cotter right now. Defensively, it's Luke Hughes and Timo Nemec. So some offense out there. McLaughlin comes across the line as Glass goes off. Veleno will send it around for Deneau. Back to Veleno. Checked by Nemec, moves to the corner, backhands to the blue line, off the stick of Matheson. He's challenged on the play by Hallinan. Puck comes loose, but Dobson will wheel it out of his own end. Up for Gallagher, moves across the line. Chops it off now for Veleno. Sanders coming back. Is Hallinan to make the play, but we're going to have a penalty coming up. Holding is the call, and the Devils will be down a man.
Well, I got to see it, Matty.
Jersey 48 has 2 minutes for holding.
I mean, it could be. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be a homer, but wow, this looked like... Oh, you know what? I didn't see his right hand. And it was blocked to us, but he pushed the shoulder around of Matheson. Good call by the official. So the Devils going to have to kill one off here, but before that happens, the ice is going to be cleaned up as we have a timeout. Right now, Devils 1-0, 13:42 to go here in the second period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
The ScoreBet is an official sports betting partner of your New Jersey Devils. Whether you're backing the Devils' money line or getting in on the latest promos in the app, the ScoreBet is your home for betting hockey. More action, more rewards, more for you. Right now, new players can bet $10 to get $100 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Download the ScoreBet app today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you. Calling all New Jersey small businesses. Jersey Shops, presented by Citizens, is back. Enter to win $5,000 for your small business. The application takes less time than a 5-minute major, so get off the bench and visit NewJerseyDevils.com/Jersey Shops. Plus, winners will receive a video vignette made by the Devils to be featured on the Devils and Citizens social channels. Enter your small business today. Jersey Shops, presented by Citizens, official bank of your New Jersey Devils. No purchase necessary. Entry ends April 30th, 2026.
This is Brendan Dillon, and you are listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
JT Miller has put the Rangers in front over Washington at Madison Square Garden. The out-of-town scoreboard presented by Premio Sausage, real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. That game early in the second period. Here the Devils are down a man. Brian Hallinan goes off for a hold, but shorthanded. The Devils controls. They come across line. Heischer plays it through the legs of Hudson, who recovers, though, to take it away. So it's Heischer and Mercer out there as the forwards. Kovacevic and Dillon are the defensemen. Slavkovsky skates behind the net, finds Demidov. Back to Slavkovsky in the corner. For Demidov, right wing circle. Centers off a Devil's stick. Caulfield recovers, taps it to the blue line for Hudson. Protects on the backhand, gives it to Demidov. Wires it far side, Caulfield with it. Now it's on to Suzuki. He has it poked away. Boy, the Devils' stick work has been excellent. The Devils break out on a 2-on-1. It's Mercer and Heischer. Pass to Mercer, the drive, saved by Fowler. He'll cover up.
The goalie, Fowler's mad because he had the puck covered and one of the Devils slapped at him. But just before they broke out, Matty, I was going to say, how did their power play work last night? Oh, the Devils scored a shorthanded goal. And here they come, and nice pass, saucer pass by Nico Heischer, and the one-timer by Mercer. I kind of wish maybe he had tried to go back across. I know it would have been special. There were guys coming, but could penalty kill by the New Jersey Devils once again.
Yeah, the Devils had the shorty last night. Montreal, a good power play, just 1 for 5. And they gave up the shorthanded, so that's neutral. Here comes Suzuki. Gains the zone. Devils leading 1-0. He's in the corner. Out high to Hudson. 50 to go in the penalty kill. Now Suzuki down low for Caulfield to Suzuki. Stick handles, looks around. He's in the left wing circle. Finds Caulfield. He'll skate to the corner. Caulfield moves out high. Gives it to Suzuki. Back to Caulfield. Cross ice. It's Hudson. Down low it goes. Good defensive play by the Devils. Demidov with it for Slavkovsky. He's in the right wing corner. They can't get a shot off. Here's Slavkovsky with it. Now for Demidov to Slavkovsky. Crowd restless here. 19 to go in the kill. Demidov fumbles it, recovers, gives it to Caulfield, left wing corner. Now to Hudson, cross ice for Slavkovsky, and he was looking for Suzuki at the side of the net. They don't connect. Now Glass, with some help from Hamilton, take it away from Hudson, and the Devils off to the racers. Siegenthaler for Brown. He slows down, makes a move on Slavkovsky, lost control as he cut in front. Brown was hit up high. There's a penalty coming up on Montreal. It's a high stick. Let's see if Connor Brown's cut.
Now they're going to look at him. We'll see. But the Devils, just a great penalty kill. But also
Montreal 48, minor penalty, high sticking.
Just 2 minutes. But Matt, when were they going to shoot? When they had a wide open back door?
I think so.
Exactly, right? Like I'm saying, I watched Jack Hughes, and Jack Hughes is swirling. He's moving the puck, but he will shoot the puck. These guys, and I've seen it 2 nights in a row, I don't know what their power play, I'm already saying that he's a good power play guy, but I don't know what they were looking for to finally get the shot away, because it never happened. They must have made, 10, 12 passes, but no shots. But now the Devils, 4-on-4, and then they're going to have a little power. 5-on-4.
Yeah,
penalty's over.
Yeah, just stepping out of the box was Brian Hallinan, so the Devils on the power play. No shots, a lot of passing on the Montreal power play. It's the second power play for the Devils tonight. 0 for 1 in the first. Clear by the Canadiens. Here comes Luke Hughes down the center of the ice across the line. Now it's Heischer along the left wing wall. Has his pass knocked aside, but Jack Hughes picks it up, fires one, looking for a tip. It goes wide. Jesper cross ice now for Hughes. Luke, that is. He can't get it past Evans, and Evans will just dump it in. Banked it off of the linesman. Banked it off of Steve Barton, who seems to be okay. Devils now at center ice. Brett for Brown. Devils looking to extend their lead. Now here's Jack. in the left corner. Out high for his brother. Cross ice it goes. Jesper settles it. He's in the right wing circle. Now for Luke, for Jack. Tries to get it back to Luke, and it's knocked aside by Anderson, who races after it in the Devils' end. He'll lay it off now for Deno, who chew up some time along the near side wall. Goes cross ice for the one-timer try by Anderson, who then rips it high off the glass on the second go-round. 43 seconds to go as Jack takes it across the line. Second unit for the most part on for the Devils, but Jack stays out there. Jack trying to move away from Anderson. And now here comes Matheson, 2-on-1 shorthanded. He's in, and a save made by Markstrom. Puck behind the net. And Matheson will bank it out to center ice. Well, there's more action shorthanded than...
Yeah, by the shorthanded team.
Yeah, than the team with the power play.
And a nice play by Dougie Hamilton back on that 2-on-1. He would not let the pass by Matheson go through, so Matheson shot.
Here's Meier outside the zone. Out of the box is Hudson. Montreal kills it off. Devils no shots on goal.
No, and they're just happy, I think, Matt, to get out of there on the man advantage, because the Canadiens did a good job killing the penalties, just like the Devils had.
Haminaho in the zone with a shot. Good save made. And we'll have a face-off.
Well, this is there's some pushing and shoving. There's intensity out there, folks. And I don't care what anybody says. Montreal's got to be getting ready for the playoffs. They got to be thinking that. But tonight, and even last night, there's not much they can do. They're playing against a tough team, and they better get used to it, because that's what they're going to see in the playoffs. So the Devils want to just keep doing what they're doing. They've only given up 8 shots. 9:15 to go here in the second period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
The New Jersey Devils are all about scoring goals and making saves, and so is Citizens. Reaching a financial goal might not get the crowd on their feet like a hat trick, but just like in hockey, having a solid team behind you makes the win sweeter and much more likely. A partner like Citizens will help fans make sense of their money so they can face off against anything coming their way. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/Devils. Member FDIC.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge presented by Expedia is back.
Come on, boys.
And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends. And see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2026-27 NHL event and an Adventure Chrono NHL Limited Edition watch by Norcane. Sign up today at nhl.com/bracket.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is Timo Meier. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Timo Meier's goal has given the Devils a 1-0 lead. He needs 3 more to tie a Devils record for most road goals in one game in franchise history. And that's part of our quiz question. John Madden's one of the 3 who have done it previously. Who are the other 2? We'll have the answer later on in the period. Meier from Jack Hughes in the first. Devils with the 1-0 lead. Here's Boldugi in front looking for a tip, but Newhook was tied up by Glass. Now it's Newhook in the corner. Jacka goes to the left point to Struble. Former Northeastern Husky gives it off, and now the drive by Jacki goes out of play.
Yeah, I want to mention Philanowski listens to us every night. He right. Oh, yeah, that helped when I pulled him the mic down. But anyway, Kirk Philanowski listens to us every night, and he just sent something, Maddie. I wasn't here. I was working with somebody else at that time, but it's 38 years ago, this Easter. Easter's been special for the Devils. was 38 years ago, 1988, that Johnny Mack scored that overtime goal to put the Devils in the playoffs for the first time ever.
Johnny Mack, one of the legends.
Mm-hmm.
And the Devils went all the way to the Eastern Conference Final in their first ever appearance in the postseason. Off the face-off, pass to the blue line, off the stick of Hudson. And he'll race back to his own end. Gives it to Veleno. And now deep back into the Montreal zone for Hudson. Hudson, with 74 points on the season, looking to become just the third defenseman in Montreal history with 75 or more points in a single season. Pretty good company. Larry Robinson and Guy Lapointe. That's not bad. Anytime you can say you're in the company of Larry Robinson, and Lapointe was pretty darn good himself, you've had a nice little go of it. Devils making a change. Mercer protecting the puck along the far wall. Gets it to Jack, who spins along the blue line. Now spins back. He went this way, that way. Goes cross ice. Oh, he had an open Luke Hughes. But the pass went off a Canadian who didn't even know.
Hit a skate.
That it hit him. Here's Jack. Backhand shot. Saved by Fowler. Rebound for Gallagher.
A spinorama, folks, from his forehand to his backhand. And the crowd are leaving him alone a little more. I would too, because he's going to disappoint you.
Pratt gaining the zone. Cuts in front, and Fowler pokes it away. He's lost his stick in the process. Montreal able to clear. Caulfield has it hop over his stick so Siegenthaler can play it. His pass blocked away by Caulfield. Now Siegenthaler spins Caulfield around. No call. Crowd wanted a penalty. Here's Gooley at the left point for Slafkovsky. Back to Gooley. Now for Caulfield far side. He's checked hard by Hamilton. Loose puck shoveled up, and here comes Jack Hughes. Out to center ice. He has it swept away by Gooley, and it's on to the stick of Suzuki. He's in deep. Looks to center for Slafkovsky. It was tipped out of the air by Slafkovsky as it was deflected by the Devils, and now it's pushed out to center ice. 14 shots for the Devils, 8 for Montreal. Devils lead 1-0. Rangers now leading 4-1 over Washington as Siegenthaler runs into Matheson. Hallinan tries to drag it into the Montreal end, lost control. And now Slafkovsky in the neutral zone.
Yeah, Rangers, Matty, they're playing the spoiler, right? Detroit went in there and they just dominated them. Now, same thing with Washington trying to get in the playoffs. Looks like they're going to get beat.
And the Rangers trying to get out of the cellar in the Eastern Conference, and Florida is doing its very best to allow them to do so. The combination of Rangers success and Florida failure, and it may happen before too much longer. I mean, obviously we don't have a lot of time left in the season. Hamanaho with a pass down low, and it's chipped on goal by Glass, swept away by Fowler, got a stick on it. Now Jack Eye wards off Glass, Struble with it, passes up the near side. Bukestad checks his man. Good pressure by the Devils on the forecheck now as Demidov spins away from Bukestad. You heard the oohs and ahs, but nothing develops. Devils pick off a pass and backhand in. Under 5 minutes to go in the second. Devils leading 1-0. Luke Hughes pass behind Hischier. Taken off the end wall by Nemitz in front. Looking for Hischier. He's knocked down on the play. Puck comes out high. Luke moves on Kapanen. Luke with a shot. That's off a stick and wide.
Both teams, Matty, really playing hard, defending in front, and that's why there's only 14 shots by the Devils and 8 by Montreal.
And a 1-goal lead by the Devils on Meier's 24th. Hischier blocks a pass from Jack Eye. Gets it to Mercer. Lost control behind the net as it rolls out in front. Bolduc looks for Anderson. He's checked by Kovacevic, and the Devils send it in. Will it be icing? Yes, it will be. So the faceoff come all the way down.
Well, when any player has the puck and is trying to do something special, the defender is just giving it their all. I've never seen both teams work so hard to get their sticks in the play of the opponent. But Demidov has been, to me, Matty, he's he's handling the puck. He's making plays and getting chances. I mean, he's been a great find. First round for the Canadiens.
20 years of age, first full year in North America.
5th overall. I guess that might tell you something, right? That's pretty high.
Yeah, you got to hit on those guys for sure. Not everybody does.
No. Well, you're right.
Off the face-off, the puck was deflected to center ice by Meier, now sent back in by Evans. Here's Meier near side, lifting the stick of Evans. Puck picked up by Dobson. Drives it around. Oh, did Kovacevic get away with one? Maybe. He upended Anderson behind the net. The Partisans will let you know they didn't agree as the Devils drive it in. 3:44 to go. Second period.
Kept it in, Matty. Good play by the ref.
Puck went off of Trevor Hansen in the corner. It rolls now to Fowler, and he will cover up.
Well, we're going to have a little timeout here again, and it's 1-0, and like I say, the shots are low, but it's not like it hasn't been entertaining or the players playing hard. Both teams really want this one, and the Devils have the edge. 1-0. 3:38 to go here in the second period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
Do-over. Remember yelling do-over as a kid? Well, you still can. Plumbers. Don't stay at that dead-end job. Start a career in plumbing with Plumbers Local 24. We're not just building New Jersey's hospitals, schools, airports, and sports arenas. We're building better lives and secure futures. Go to plumbers24.org today. Better education, better pay, better benefits, better retirements. Start your do-over today. In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you. You know, whenever I drive in for a Devils game, I know exactly where I'm going to park because I reserve my spot ahead of time with Park Mobile. I don't have time to drive around looking for parking. I just use the Park Mobile app to easily reserve the spot I want. Then I drive right to that lot and there's a guaranteed spot waiting for me. It's easy. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or on the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, book your spot before you leave the house with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
This is Shimon Nimitz. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Back to the quiz question. Aside from John Madden, can you name the two other Devils players who scored 4 goals in a road game? And that's the New Jersey Devils record.
No.
Madden did it in the same game as one of these other guys. Devils won 9-0 in Pittsburgh. Mad Dog had 4. And the guy who played here.
Was he a Michigan?
In Montreal?
No.
Yeah, he was a Michigan guy.
Yeah.
But not the University of Michigan. Played for a Michigan university.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, oh boy, I forget his name, Matty. But
former
he
Canadian.
Went to Vancouver.
Randy McKay.
Oh.
No, not Brendan Morrison. No. It was Randy McKay.
Yeah.
And John Madden scored 4 goals in a game at Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And the other guy, also a former Canadian and one of our favorite players, a man who always is bathed in sunshine. Dinas Zubris.
Dinas Zubris.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Devils playing the Canadiens, and thus those two guys part of our quiz. Here's Siegenthaler with 2:55 to go, and the Devils leading 1-0 in the second. Around it goes for Hamilton. Looks for Bratt, slowed down by Caulfield. Now Connor Brown with it, backhands in front. Caulfield steps out and moves it ahead. Suzuki across the red line, wires it off the glass. It comes to Siegenthaler, bounces off his stick. He chips it up. Suzuki grabs it. He'll play to the far side. And good stick work there by Brown. Works it loose. Now it's Hamanaho laying it off for Jack across the line. Waits. Devils are making a change. Skates outside. Moves away from his own teammate, Bukestad, and backhands to the corner.
Well, he was under pressure, Matty. They really are pressuring Jack when he gets the puck. Very impressive.
Out at center ice it goes. Dillon will pick it up. And now it rolls to the Canadian blue line for Lane Hudson. 2 minutes to go. Stay with us for the Citizens Intermission Report. We'll get an update on the Utica Comets. They won again yesterday, a shutout. Nico Dawes with the shutout, and they've got some life. It's late. Here's Glass making a move in deep. He scores! Oh, baby, Cody Glass. Dandy move to free himself from the Canadiens, and then he sends it far side. It's 2-0.
I was watching a clip, and Jack Hughes had beat Matheson for an overtime goal, right? That was a while ago. But here, Glass goes through Matheson. I mean, man, you can't believe what he did, and you're thinking, that's the best response you got? And I like Matheson, but he can be really shaky sometimes, and he was on that one. But then, the key is the finish, right? So he's going through the middle, then he's going to his right. So the goalie's got to push across with him, and if he pushes too bad, because if you shoot back against the grain, which I always like, because the goalie's pushing one way, you shoot it back the other way, which is what he did. And just a spectacular goal by Cody Glass. I don't know, man, if it went 5-hole or back inside the far post, but what a move.
Meier across the line. Glass with his 17th as Meier chips it goalward. Fowler, who did leave open that 5-hole, just saw a replay on the Canadiens.
Did it go through his 5-hole?
Right, 5-hole.
Yeah.
So, Cody Glass, what a year. Career high in goals, 17.
Yeah, good for him. You know, he's trying to get to 20. And, you know, Timo Meier would like to get to 30. I know it's a ways off, but why not? You know, and Dawson Mercer would like to get to 20. Those round figures are good for players.
Devils win the draw. Oh, I agree. You feel a lot better. 19's nice. 20's only one more, but I'm a 20-goal scorer.
Exactly, Matty.
Montreal gains the zone. Veleno tied up in the corner. Deneau comes over. Hischier watches him. 4 bodies pressed to the corner. Puck squeezed underneath someone's skate. It comes loose. Kovacevic kicks at it. Hischier tries to control. 1 minute to go in the second. Devils leading 2-0. Glass's goal at 18-12.
And you know what, Matt? They deserve it, right? They deserve to be up 2-0. They've only given up 8 shots.
8 shots is right. An unassisted goal for Cody Glass. Veleno in the center circle, backhands in. So again, Utica's running out of runway, but they're making a push late, though it may be, 5 points out of a playoff spot. Not likely to happen as Jack chews up some time, simply because of the lack of games still to be played, but give them some credit. So you'll hear more about Utica coming up in the intermission. We'll have a Devils guest as well from outside the dressing room. Final 13 seconds. Winding down here, Bolduc just lifts it out.
Crowd's gone quiet. Even when Jack takes the puck now, they don't say much. But you know, you talk about taking the crowd out of the game. I tell you, Devils have done that so far tonight.
And they lead 2-0 after 2. Strong defensive effort as the Devils, Chico's pointed out, just 8 shots allowed to Montreal. And like what we see so far, want to see more of it in the third.
And it's a team effort again, Matt, defensively. That's what I like. That's what I like about the Devils, especially down the stretch here, how hard they play defensively. And that's playoff hockey. But will they make it? It's not looking great, but I wish they could, because, boy, they're playing a playoff style of game right now that's serving them well.
Calling all students, sign up and receive exclusive access to discounted Devils tickets all season long using your .edu email address. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/studentrush to sign up today. Brian Hallinan will be joining us in just a moment. One of our favorites from Delano, Minnesota. And he's just worked awfully hard to get to this point where he's trying to become a regular in the National Hockey League. 19 goals with Utica this year. And I'm not sure what kind of a role he could play up here, but if he could, I don't want to say accept, but if he could find a way just to be that fourth liner, that good defensive player, he could play for a long time. He joins us from outside the Devils dressing room. Brian, Matt, and Chico, thanks very much for your time. We were just talking about the strides that you have made, and we know the story. You know, everywhere you've gone, you've elevated your play the next year as you learn things. And I'm just wondering, 19 goals with Utica. I don't know what your role might be here, but can you embrace a defensive role, because it could put you here in the NHL for a long, long time?
Yeah, certainly I think I can do that, and use my skating and physicality to end plays, and just be responsible. I like to think that I can score at the AHL level and do it without without much cheat in my game. I guess I just want to just be that responsible forward, here and get my offense from, retrieving pucks below their goal line and getting to the net.
Well, Brian, you're right. Like, you could be responsible and you can play hard, but if you get 2 goals in the NHL, or they're going to look for somebody else. But what I like what you said. So you're saying even at this level, you're going to be responsible. But if you get an opportunity to try something offensively, do you have the confidence to try that as well?
Yeah, I believe in my ability to shoot the puck and and beat goalies clean too. I think I can score off the rush when I get the chance. But just it starts with getting some confidence in the coach too, to put you in positions, and that comes from just working hard, not ending shifts in their zone, and just being someone they can rely, not be a liability on the ice.
And I'm sorry if I made it sound like you couldn't necessarily score up here. I'm just saying that when you look at the Devils as they're constructed, they've got the Jack Hughes and the Nico Hischiers, but there is a role that someone like you can play. So it's not that you can't or shouldn't score, but it might come more on the defensive side of things.
Yeah, I'm just trying to play an all-around game. When I get the chance to score, I obviously believe in myself and believe in my shot, and I just want to build the rapport with the coaches and be responsible and build my game that way.
And in playoff hockey, Brian, a fourth liner has scored some huge goals. Do you also feel from your past, high school, college, Utica, that you also can score under pressure in a big game, maybe?
Yeah, certainly. Everyone wants to be that, be that guy, and you've seen it happen in hockey, every year. Every year some, a role player scores a big goal that helps the team win, and, you just got to work hard and earn the trust in the coaches to get that opportunity.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in the third period the rest of the way here this season. It's worked so far. You keep climbing, and hopefully the climb continues. Brian, thanks for your time.
Hey, thanks, Matt and Chico. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
Brian Hallen. Where's Delano, Minnesota? I should have asked him. I would have liked to have known. Not a hockey hotbed, but that's where he comes from, and here he is in the National Hockey League. Time for the Citizens Intermission Report. It will include an out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Premio Sausage, but it'll also have this interview coming up with Joe Benson, the Utica Comets play-by-play voice. We recorded it on Friday, so he doesn't talk about yesterday's shutout win, but he talks about what's going on down there as they make a late surge toward a postseason spot. 2-0. Devils in front after 2. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get New Jersey Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the New Jersey Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils.
This is Jasper Brad. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
This is the Citizens Intermission Report. I'm Matt Loughlin, talking once again with the Utica play-by-play announcer, Joe Benson. Joe, thanks very much. Utica making this late charge, and I was following the game the other night, and you lose in a shootout. It would have been a massive victory following the wins in Cleveland over the weekend. What's been happening with the Utica Comets?
Yeah, great to join you again, Matt. And it's been a solid stretch lately. You mentioned the 2 wins in Cleveland. It even goes a little bit back before that with a win against Laval last Wednesday. So 3 wins in a row on the road. That's something that the Comets had yet to do this season. So they get the point the other night against Providence to extend the point streak to 4 games. It would have been nice to get that extra point, obviously, like you alluded to, especially with Rochester losing to Charlotte on Wednesday night. So we pulled within 5 points of the Americans. Would have been great to be within 4, obviously. But as we record this, they host Belleville tonight and Providence tomorrow. So they still have 2 games in hand on the Comets. By this coming Monday, they play in Cleveland on Monday. So by then they'll be even with us. So it's tight right now. The Comets obviously still have a chance. It's going to probably come down to the wire here. It all depends on how Rochester does this weekend. But I mean, Comets they're doing what they can. They're controlling what they can control. They've been winning games, getting points. Like I mentioned, better on the road as of late. And they beat some good teams. I mean, they beat Laval in the season series, who's first in the North. They beat Cleveland in the season series, who's 4th right now. They've been struggling a little bit. We got Belleville coming up tomorrow night. Couple tough ones next week against Toronto and Syracuse. So final stretch here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I just want to end on a good note, like the Devils. Some of this is out of the team's hand. It's what Rochester, as you mentioned, does, and we'll see what happens. But winning is far better than losing, and so it's good to see, and I'm sure it's great in terms of how you feel in the booth. I want to get your thoughts because we had talked prior to the games in Cleveland. It was your first visit to Cleveland. They had 5-figure attendance. I mean, they do double digits in Cleveland. What was the atmosphere like? What was your takeaway of the games there?
Oh, it was unbelievable, Matt. Yeah, it was, first trip to Cleveland. Really cool city. I feel like it kind of gets a little bit of a bad rap, but really, really nice, clean city. Pretty quiet was one thing that stood out. And then in terms of the atmosphere in the arena, unbelievable. I mean, they share the Rocket Arena with the Cavaliers, so it's a pretty phenomenal venue. They do very well in terms of attendance. Like you mentioned, it was 5-digit attendance both games we were there. It's got the feeling of an NHL building, loud music, loud crowd. There's really good fans. They've done that for 4 straight years now, which is just impressive. I think the proximity to Columbus probably helps a little bit. But they've had pro hockey in Cleveland for a while now, going back, to the Barons back in the early 2000s. And it's funny, Comets assistant coach Matt Karkner actually started his pro career with them. So it was funny to chat with him a little bit about coming back to Cleveland. But yeah, just a really, really fun experience, and obviously 2 great wins to cap it all off.
No, that's the most important thing. I think we'll say, we discussed before we started this recording that we do a little deeper dive into some players and the kind of year that they had, but maybe we'll save that for one of our upcoming episodes because we still have a few more to fill before the season comes to an end. But just in general, let's talk about the goaltending and the intrigue I have over both Nico Daws and Jakub Malik. Daws has been in the organization for a while. I don't know what the future is. I know he's a restricted free agent. I don't know what their plans are when you consider that they've got 2 veteran guys up here with the New Jersey Devils. Malik knocking at the door, but he's what is the goaltending situation as you view it from the Utica Comets perspective?
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, Dawes was getting the lion's share of the crease. He was called up for a little bit, obviously, very, very early in the season, but we leaned on him pretty heavily early on in the first month or two. And then lately, during this recent stretch, it's been kind of a 1-on-1 rotation. Malik will get the start one game. It'll be Dawes the next game. And they've been a good tandem. I think Dawes has been a good sounding board, a good mentor for Jakob. And he's really been impressive as the season's gone along. I think he's really kind of come out of his shell a little bit, both on and off the ice. Dawes has been great. Picked up his 56th win as a Comet last Wednesday, which set a new franchise record among goaltenders in wins. So that was great to see. I think he's gone 6 of his last 11 games, allowing just 1 goal. So he's been pulling his weight certainly. And Malik, solid game the other night against a very good Providence team. Tied a season high 31 saves in that game. So and that was a long one. Obviously went into a shootout. So I think he's continued to grow as the season's gone along. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens next year in terms of the goaltending.
Yeah, I mean, Dawes has shown that he can do it in the National Hockey League. He's not done it on a consistent basis. He hasn't had the opportunity really to do it on a consistent basis. Yes, here and there, but he hasn't been given that full year role where you're the backup. So I don't know, again, what the Devils hope to do, but he's maturing. He's still a young guy. And then Malik, of course, they're high on. And in his first year in North America, it's good to see him bounce back the way he has. What lies ahead for Utica? Again, this is recorded on a Friday. We'll play it back on a Sunday. So skip ahead to after this weekend.
Yeah, well, as we record this, we'll have Belleville tomorrow night, and then looking ahead to this coming week, we'll be in Toronto on Wednesday. That'll be an interesting one. That's a day game. It's their annual school day game, which a lot of teams around the league do. 10:45 a.m. puck drop. So we'll get in Tuesday afternoon, early evening. Quick turnaround, play the next morning, and then we'll host Toronto next Friday, and then we'll be in Syracuse Saturday. So we have yet to win in that building this year, Syracuse that is. So that's always a tough game against the team that I think's been probably the best team in the North this year. I know Laval is in first in the division right now, but Syracuse has gone toe to toe with them. So it'll be a big couple tests. Obviously Toronto's trying to lock up a playoff spot. They could have the other night if the Comets lost in regulation, but Comets kind of spoiled that and held off that celebration for them. So that'll be a couple big tilts coming up against the Marlies next week. And that's it. Just after tomorrow's game, just 6 games left in the regular season. So it's coming to an end shortly here.
And both the Devils and Comets hoping to make this miraculous push and get over the hill and get into the postseason. We'll see what happens this week. We'll tell the big tale for the Utica Comets. Joe, look forward to talking to you next week. Good luck on the calls.
Yeah, likewise, Matt. Thanks as always.
Joe Benson of the Utica Comets joining us on the Citizens Intermission Report. More after this. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
Do-over. Remember yelling do-over as a kid? Well, you still can. Plumbers. Don't stay at that dead-end job. Start a career in plumbing with Plumbers Local 24. We're not just building New Jersey's hospitals, schools, airports, and sports arenas. We're building better lives and secure futures. Go to plumbers24.org today. Better education, better pay, better benefits, better retirements. Start your do-over today.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
This is Jacob Markstrom. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
This is the Citizens Intermission Report. The Devils leading 2-0 after 2. They led 1-0 after 1 and added this in the second. here's Glass making a move in deep. He scores! Oh, baby, Cody Glass. Dandy move to free himself from the Canadiens, and then he sends it far side. It's 2-0. Through the legs, 5-hole to the far side, through the legs of Jacob Fowler, 17th of the season for Cody Glass, and it's 2-0 after 2. The out-of-town scoreboard is presented by Premio Sausage. Real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. At Madison Square Garden, the Rangers, after 2, lead Washington by a score of 6-1. I'm sure Ranger fans are wondering where this team has been all season long. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the third after this. Devils up by 2. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
That winning feeling you love? Take it everywhere you go with the Hollywood Casino app. Real money wins on all your favorite games, including exclusive titles and app-wide cash jackpots that hit all day, every day. The casino floor is now at your fingertips. New players bet $5 and get 300 bonus spins, plus up to $1,000 back in casino credits if you lose $10 plus in your first 24 hours. Hollywood Casino. Download and play today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you.
This is Johnny Kovacevic. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Show your Jersey pride. Enter the Jersey Appreciation Sweepstakes for a chance to win an autographed Devils third jersey. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/Jersey Appreciation. Devils lead 2-0 as the third period is underway. Montreal's won its last state, including last night, the 4-3 shootout win. Here in Montreal, around the National Hockey League landscape, Chico, everyone buzzing. The Islanders firing Patrick Waugh today.
Yeah, he's the fourth coach that's been fired. Matthew Dodge, I don't know why he fired him. I mean, Patrick was signed by Lou Lamoriello. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. But Patrick, I didn't think he was doing that bad a job. They've lost a few games. But I'll tell you, his pickups, Matthew Dodge, and I'm just saying, sometimes it's on the GM. His 3 guys he picked up at the end of his before the trading deadline, they haven't helped at all. I'm just saying, how about some of it on you as we get a shot and save? Because I just want to say this. They fired Butch Cassidy in Las Vegas, but here's what I'm saying. Now, they will get in. But if you make a change, and you've just signed Pete DeBoer to 4 years, it's got nothing to do with Pete. He got 4 years, and I don't know if he thought he was going to get another job after what happened last year in the playoffs with Jake Ottinger. And that was terrible on his part. But anyway, it's another thing about, I can't figure it out. I don't know what the mindset of a lot of these top people are.
Off the face-off, it was Meier with the shot that was stopped by Fowler. Here's Luke Hughes. Devils lead 2-0. Islanders not in action. Oh, big hit by Bolduc on Luke. Pressed him to the glass on a hit from behind. Nothing was called. Puck stays in the zone. Here's Brown. Around toward Luke, who then breaks his stick on Bolduc's back on a cross-check. And Luke is fired up. He is upset. As now, let's see, Bolduc and Kovacevic might go after each other. Matheson is tying up Kovacevic. Now, Anderson swings a stick toward Brown, knocks his stick out of his hands, and now Anderson throwing a punch as he joins the fray with Luke and Bolduc. Luke throwing some uppercuts as the linesman tries to separate them. Anderson's taking a man down to the ice. My goodness.
Well, the referees have had a jump on Luke. Have you ever seen him that mad?
No.
Never. Never. He was just wild. And actually it was the extra official who had to get in and to pull him off.
And he got hit. Yeah, he got hit. I'd like to see it again.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he turned his back on the play. Sometimes that happens and a penalty is not called, but he was hit in the numbers by Bolduc. And then he broke his stick against Bolduc's back. Nice cross check.
I could be mistaken, but I think Bolduc also got into a match with Damon Severson. I think he got in it with somebody else that is now on the injury list. Not that I'm saying anything about that for here, but there he got hit. And
well, Luke was upset, and then boom, man, he got his money worth. That was a good two-hander, no?
No, I mean, it wasn't bad, but he went up and cross-checked. I had not seen it, I'm sorry. I thought he slashed him. He just went up behind him with his stick and gave him a sharp cross-check and stick bolt.
And then Anderson got involved. Kovacevic went after
Penalties on the
Bolduc.
play. 43 has 2 minutes for cross-checking and 2 minutes for roughing. Number 8 on New Jersey has a 10-minute misconduct. 17 on Montreal has 2 minutes for roughing. 5-on-4. New Jersey is short.
Call being made by Trevor Hansen, and the Devils down a man, but down a D-man for half this period now.
Yeah, I'm glad, though, Matty, what they did there. And Kovacevic only got 10. He could have gotten another 2 or more, and then they would have been down 5-on-3. So I'll live with the 10 he got. But the hit by Bolduc, he is that kind of guy. Like I say, I think it was Severson. He hit somebody else, I was reading. And that guy got hurt. So he is a physical player. But you know what? When I saw what Luke did, it wasn't that bad. He went up to him close. It wasn't like a long-range slash. And he just gave him a cross-check across the back. But anyway, Montreal trying to capitalize, getting the power play here. They're down by 2.
Crowd looking to get involved, and certainly a goal will do that. Devils lead 2-0, 19-10 left in period number 3. Devils have Hischier and Mercer out there along with Hamilton and Siegenthaler, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Demidov, Hudson, and Caulfield for Montreal. Face off to the left of Jacob Markstrom. Off the draw, Devils control, and puck whipped around by Mercer and all the way down.
Surprise, Nico Hischier won another draw. Matty, he's dominated this Canadiens team.
10 of 16, making 11 of 17 tonight after winning 22 of 31 last night. Montreal gains the zone. Here's Caulfield with it. Goes cross ice. Suzuki has a step with a shot, and that's high off the glass. Rolls around to Caulfield. Shovels it to Hudson. On to Suzuki. In the right wing circle, his cross ice pass poked away by Hischier into the Montreal end.
Well, what was Montreal thinking? Nico Hischier's not going to let that pass go across to Caulfield. He gobbled it up.
Caulfield across the line. Spins along the right wing wall to the blue line for Suzuki. Now to Hudson. Looks to get it back to Suzuki. It's blocked away. Connor Brown got a piece, and it comes out to center ice.
Devils really anticipating well, Matty, on the passes by the Canadiens on this power play. My goodness.
1 minute to go in the penalty kill. Brown blocks a pass, gets it just out to center ice. Canadiens have to regroup. And now Connor blocks a pass at center ice, gives it off the glass, moves in with a shot. That's off the stick of Hudson. And now he'll come wheeling out. Gives it off to Suzuki. For Slavkovsky between the circles. Down low, Suzuki with it. Back it goes to Demidov, and he sends it off the glass and out of play.
Nice play, nice play. And, you know, that's the first time that Montreal actually thought, I got to shoot this. It's the first chance that they've had. I mean, they take it, I should say, not had. But Jacob Markstrom coming out strong. The puck goes high over the glass. Devils just been spectacular killing penalties. Last night and tonight.
Yeah, last night they killed 4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, yeah, and tonight they killed one earlier. I've got to kill this one off as Newhook has it with 24 to go. Newhook at the hash marks right wing side. Stick handles, slides it toward the blue line. It's taken away, just rolled off his stick. Mercer with it, short-handed in, shot, and that goes wide. Might have been partially deflected by Fowler, not sure. Either way, the Devils once again with a short-handed chance. As the puck is taken out to the neutral zone by Kapanen, drops it back to Bolduc, and the power play is over. So a good job on the kill by the Devils. Jack Hughes tips a pass at the blue line, accidentally turns it over. Bolduc with it. Oh, but his pass at the blue line blocked by Cotter to center ice. Frustrating times for the Montreal Canadiens. 3:10 gone in the third. Devils lead 2-0. Matheson behind the net. So the penalties were called at the 52nd mark. Josh Anderson off for a rough. Luke Hughes off for a cross-check and a rough. Johnny Kovacevic, a 10-minute misconduct as the shot by Evans goes wide and deflects off the glass and out of play.
Well, the Devils just doing everything well. I was talking to Bryce Salvador between periods, and he sees the same thing. The Devils right now, Matty, are the epitome of what you say when people say you want to be hard to play against or tough to play against. This is the New Jersey Devils right now, Matty. Nothing that the Canadians are doing is easy for them. And it's not working. They're not, what do they got now? 8 shots? They missed the net. I mean, are they intimidated? I know Markey is coming out to challenge, but they're not even hitting the goal.
4 shots in each of the first 2 periods. They went without a shot on that power play. They win the draw. Evans, watched by Siegenthaler. They move to the corner, now behind the net. It comes loose for a moment. Nemitz pumps it up to Bukestad. Now it's Cody Glass, one of the goal scorers tonight, his 17th back in the second. Meier with his 24th in the first, and the Devils lead 2-0. And they have been just absolutely rock solid defensively. And what's been most impressive, Chico, I think, is their stick work. They're blocking passes. They're getting in lanes.
Oh, exactly. It's been brilliant.
Devils chip it free. It rolls for an icing, so face-off in their end. The Devils have announced that applications are open for the Jersey Shops program presented by Citizens. 4 winners will receive a video feature as well as a $5,000 prize. Up to 50 additional businesses will be selected to receive a dedicated listing on the Jersey Shops official webpage and a Jersey Shops kit. Businesses can learn more and apply by visiting NewJerseyDevils.com/Jersey Shops. Off the face-off, Montreal with it. Struble, cross ice, faking the one-timers. Hudson moves to his left with a shot, hit a man in front. Goes to the corner, Caulfield there. For Suzuki, the captain behind the net. Now to Caulfield. Angles a pass to Struble, gives it to Hudson inside the blue line. Now to Caulfield, long-range wrist shot, and it's gloved by Markstrom. Will have a face-off.
Long range, Matty, that's the key. The Devils are keeping the shots long range outside, and I think Caulfield just said, I got to throw something at the net, and he's maybe 15 feet inside the blue line, long way out. But, I don't know what Montreal's looking for. Are they looking for a wide-open shot? It's not coming. I mean, if I'm on the Canadiens bench, I'm saying, let's start shooting the puck, guys. This passing, the Devils are reading us, and we're not getting any opportunities.
Devils protecting a 2-0 lead. Hudson lost control as he was challenged by Hamilton, and now the puck out to the neutral zone. Connor Brown across the line, but he's checked by Struble, so that enables Suzuki to play it for Hudson. Now to Jaden Struble. Up for Caulfield. Poked away by Hamilton. It rolls behind the net. Markstrom flips it to the corner. Slafkovsky hands it off. Shot is blocked. Now here's a drive and a save made by Markstrom. That was Struble looking to break the scoreless streak for Montreal.
Yep, and again, nobody in front. Markey's giving the pad tap to Dillon because he's there in case there was a rebound. But, the Devils just are so good, Matty, tonight of coverage, forcing the Canadian with the puck, blocking shots, using their sticks, just everything that you hope for defensively from a team. They're executing it.
We'll do the face-off again. Someone jumped a little early.
He sure wins another one cleanly.
And Newhook on the draw. It comes to the right of Jacob Markstrom, looking for his 23rd win of the season, 11th lifetime against Montreal. Puck loose along the near wall. It goes to Matheson with a shot that breaks the stick of Mercer. Meier plays it back to Luke Hughes. Now to Meier. Demidov tries to interrupt things. Puck comes free for Newhook. Now for Kapanen. He's out high to the blue line. Dobson slap shot, glove save by Markstrom with a little big body of Demidov at the side of the net.
Yeah, but he wasn't bothering Markstrom. Again, that's what you always say, guys. Let's keep the shots from the outside. Let's cover in front of the net. Take away a chance for tips. And the Devils are doing it again, and that's Luke Hughes this time. So everybody contributing in a big way here tonight.
Devils control this one, and Luke banks it off the glass, not out. Dobson finds Kapanen in, the shot off the glove of Markstrom. Now a pass out in front, goes off the skate of Demidov. Taken by Newhook in front, it goes off the stick of Hischier. Now it's out to the blue line, Matheson. To Dobson in front for a redirect by Newhook that goes wide. Here's Luke with it, now on to Meier. Well, that was the best series of plays for Montreal in this game. Mercer backhands one, looking for a tip in front, gloved by Fowler.
Well, a couple of them were deflections, so that made it interesting. And you're right, Matty. They moved the puck a little bit better, got some shots. And Markstrom with one nice glove save right down the slot. But again, it's kind of one and done for the Montreal Canadiens tonight because of the defensive outstanding work by the New Jersey Devils.
Devils back home on Tuesday, nationally broadcast game, but Chico and I will be there. Radio never sleeps. And our coverage begins at 6:50 here on the Devils Hockey Network. Here's a long dump in and then a penalty taken by Hamilton. The puck bounced off the end wall. Dougie took Josh Anderson down, and the Devils will be down a man with 13:49 to go. Anderson canceling the icing.
And Dougie doesn't like it. He's been arguing it, but we'll see, Matty, because I never know until I see the replay. Dougie's chasing the guy behind the net, and the puck is there. He's talking to the official now. And I don't know if it...
New Jersey 7 has 2 minutes for tripping.
Now, sometimes, Matty, it's true. Your stick gets in the skates of the opponent that you run. Oh, boy, it was just a little touch. Because it was a sharp turn by, was it Evans? He was
Anderson,
really leaning back. Most of what happened there, he fell on his own. But anyway, Devils going to have to kill off another one. Let's see if they can do as well as they have on the ones they've had already tonight. And it's 2-0, New Jersey Devils, 13:49 to go here in the third period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast.
Hi, this is Jack Hughes of the New Jersey Devils. On the ice, I do everything I can not to get checked. But off the ice, I'm all about getting checked.
It's hockey season, and that means it's time to get checked by the pros at RWJ Barnabas Health. As New Jersey's largest and most comprehensive healthcare system, we're all about keeping everyone in a great state of health. And that means getting regular checkups. Or, as Jack says,
don't let your health go unchecked. Get checked at RWJ Barnabas Health.
Visit rwjbh.org/getchecked.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
This is Nico Hischier. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Dougie Hamilton off for a trip. I agree with Chico. It wasn't much, but Anderson went down. Devils down a man for the third time tonight. They lead 2-0. They've not allowed a shot on goal. While down a man, as Suzuki had a chance, but his shot went off the stick of Mercer and out of play.
Well, Nick Suzuki's been a terrific player for the Canadiens, especially this year. But I just want to say, Matt, he had medical problems at the time he was about 8. Some of it required operations, but boy, did he come on afterwards, and he's been a great player.
Here's Hudson for Suzuki. Left wing wall now in the circle. Verlaine Hudson out high, back to Suzuki. Looks around, looks, down low it goes. Caulfield steps out of the corner, centers for Demidov. He can't tee it up. He had trouble controlling it. Still the puck remains in the zone. Caulfield in the corner, centers for Slafkovsky. Devils get a stick on it. Puck doesn't roll out. So now it's Suzuki for Caulfield to Suzuki. Cuts to his right, out high it goes. Hudson with a lane down low. Save made by Markstrom. Might have been a double tip with Caulfield getting it the second time. Now Caulfield with it. Fires it cross ice. Demidov. With a minute 9 to go in the power play. With an errant backhand pass right to Brendan Dillon, who clears.
Well, Demidov had a chance to shoot it. He's got to walk in and shoot it, but he's going to try to do something extra, and Dillon says, no, you're not. And he cleared it.
Had a power play goal last night, did Ivan Demidov. Here's Kapanen, has his pass go off the stick of an alert Connor Brown. Montreal has to move back to their own end. 40 seconds to go in the kill. 12:25 to go in the third. Devils lead by 2. New hook to the corner. Backhands around. Kapanen tries to settle it. Nemitz challenges him, works it free, and Brown clears.
Devils just winning every area of the ice, folks. It's really fun to watch, and got to make you happy if you're a player.
Montreal gains his own. Jack out there with Jesper Bratt as the forwards. Here's a pass behind the net. Kapanen spins. It rolls loose. Gallagher with a chance off the stick of Nemitz and out of play.
Here again, Matt, you talk about that stick. Gallagher goes behind the net. He's coming out on the left side. He's going to spin and shoot because nobody else is shooting. But Nemitz with a good block. And, you know, they're showing Caulfield, but he had no chance to score. It was a dribbler down to you're looking at the net on the left side, but Markey's got his pads together. He's down there in the face of Caulfield, and I think Caulfield whacked at it, but didn't really come close to scoring.
Caulfield looking for number 50 on the year, trying to become the second in the National Hockey League as a shot from blue line tipped wide by Anderson. Hamilton out of the box. 2 shots on this power play for Montreal, but they don't score. Devils 3 for 3 on the kill tonight, and we're down to 11:35 to go in the third period.
And I don't remember one good scoring chance, Matt. I don't. A couple one-timers from out, but nothing real dangerous. And that's not to put Jacob down. I mean, when the shots are there, he's very aggressive and in terrific position, but Devils just not letting the Canadiens do a whole lot.
Deno has it, lost it. It comes to Anderson on a deflection. Anderson across the line, double teamed. Hamilton and Siegenthaler able to muscle it to Evans, who plays it to the blue line for Struble. Backhands toward the corner. Hamilton gets there first, shovels it up, not out. Here's Evans for Deno. Now for Gouley with a shot, and that's knocked down in front and cleared. 16 shots for the Devils, 14 for Montreal. Devils just 1 in this period. Montreal with 6. As Siegenthaler has it. And he'll clear. Goals by Meier and Glass, and the Devils lead 2-0. Suzuki turns, dumps it in off of Siegenthaler. Now a sharp angle shot by Slafkovsky is denied. And here comes Siegenthaler with it. Flips it out. Cotter knocks it down. Across the line for Hallinan in the corner. In front looking for Cotter. It was poked away by Fowler. Now a stretch pass off the stick of Suzuki. Coming out to play it is Jacob Markstrom. Gives it to Dillon. Oh, he turns it over. Here's a pass down low. And, it was deflected away from Suzuki at the last minute, and now the Devils race out. Connor Brown with speed, drops it for Jack, slows down, wrist shot, save the rebound. Oh, Nemitz sent it high, it goes off the glass, and back the other way. Montreal, Suzuki with Caulfield. Suzuki for Caulfield, the one-timer. Maybe Markstrom got a piece. It looked like it was going high and wide. Slavkovsky now for Dobson for Caulfield, and that goes off the stick of Dillon, off the glass and out of play. Oh, the crowd in anticipation of number 50. Now back across, it's Dobson. His pass deflected by Dillon, who then knocks Dobson down far side. Dobson gets back up. Here's Dobson with it. That might have been Newhook, actually, who was knocked down. Dobson now comes off on a change. Nemitz reaches for a loose puck. Devils pinned in their own end. Crowd sensing this is the moment for Montreal. Demidov with it. He finds Kapanen. Tries to center to Newhook. Blocked by the Devils. Dillon up for Brown. Now it's Jack with it. Puts it through the legs of Kapanen. And now backhands toward Markstrom, who will cover up for a face-off.
Well, 2 one-timers there by Caulfield on the left side. I don't know if they hit the net back. I know he was trying to go high. He fell down on the one. So we'll have to see if Markey made any saves. But, there's got to be pressure on that guy. The crowd went crazy when he looked like he had a chance to score. But, I don't know. He's good, but Devils are all over that line, and they've been playing great. And let's just hope that continues as we wind this game down. 8:38 to go here in the third period. 2-0 New Jersey Devils. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search playstar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get New Jersey Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the New Jersey Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
This is Connor Brown. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Rangers now lead Washington 7-1 halfway through the third. Charlie Lindgren got the start. He's been there the whole way for the Caps. Here the Devils lead 2-0, 8:38 to go. The out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Premio Sausage. Real Italian sausage, real Italian taste. The way sausage should be. Heischer and Newhook on the face-off. It's loose in the circle. Mercer with it. Backhands to Kovacevic. Up the near wall it goes. Mercer slows down. Lost control of the puck, though. Is poked away. And here's a shot that goes wide by Kapanen. So Devils scrambling a little bit off that turnover. Luke Hughes gets it to Mercer. He'll backhand to the safety of center ice. It'll come all the way down, but short of icing. Waved off by the linesman as Dobson will play it under some pressure from Timo Meier. Now here comes Matheson. Tries to get it in. He sure got a piece that put the play offside.
Again, Canadians come up with 3 guys, but guess what? Devils have 4 back. Matty, they're just playing so smart defensively. And the players talk about the confidence, the Devils players, the confidence they have in the room, how they believe in each other, and and they're just trying to win every game. And it's just such a shame that they're not in a position to get in those playoffs, because they are beating Montreal Canadiens. It's not like Montreal is not playing well. Devils just not letting them get going at all.
Yeah, it's been a good end to the season for the Devils in many ways, but a frustrating end because you think about what might have been.
Exactly.
But some of those things were out of their control, injuries. Other things, they could have found a way to score a few more goals, especially when Jack was out.
Yeah.
Siegenthaler checked down to the ice by Evans. Puck in the Devils' end in the near corner. 7.5 to go in the third. Devils lead 2-0. Now it's Bolduc with it. He has it knocked away by Siegenthaler onto Glass. And he does the smart thing, just lifts it out for Bukestad. He'll carry it across the line, pulls up, waits. Now to Hamanaho, not close with the shot. Kicked that at the blue line by Jack Hughes to keep it alive. Now Jack with it, scrambling, trying to find it. Goes off his skate to center ice, and the Devils in control. Montreal making a change. Oh, Jack double team at center ice. He looks around, he's backed up, and there's going to be a fight. It's Dillon and Anderson. Anderson and Dillon at the blue line. They've got a hold of each other's sweaters. A couple of big guys not uncomfortable in this position. Measuring each other. Jack seems to be okay, but he was rocked. Anderson with a right off the helmet of Dillon. Now Anderson pushes Dillon into the glass. Couple of short lefts don't connect, and now the linesman will step in.
Well, we got to look at it. I think it's Jack Guy that steps up and walks him. We'll see here. But Jack went flying, and if it was Jack Guy, well, he's 6'4", 240. If it was him, but I got to look. Way to go.
Jack has stepped into the penalty box, hugging Brendan Dillon. Now the rest of the team comes over. Fist bumps for Dillon.
Yeah. Let's see what this is going to be. Who hits him? Yeah. It's more Jack Guy.
Montreal 17 has 5 minutes for fighting. New Jersey 5 has 2 minutes and 10 minutes misconduct for instigating and a 5-minute fighting major.
You know what's really interesting though, Matty? Jack Guy steps up to hit him, right? Watch what Jack does. He gets out of the way, and it's the two Montreal Canadiens players that hit each other. Jack isn't injured, so Dillon doesn't really know. Was it Anderson? Was it Jack Guy? But Anderson threw his gloves down right away.
And Anderson grabs, Dillon right away. So why is it that so much time has been assessed against Brendan Dillon? Come on.
Yeah, that's a great call. I don't know.
Well, the good thing is Jack's okay. Bad thing is Montreal's got a power play with 7 minutes to go and a chance to pull within 1.
Well, the great thing was Jack jumped out of the way, and that's what I like about him. If he had been hit by that 240-pound defenseman, he might have felt it, but he didn't. He got out of the way, and then it was Anderson that took the blow from Jack Guy.
He did take the brunt of that. Heischer and Slafkovsky on the faceoff as Suzuki was kicked out. Now Slafkovsky fans on the pass. It finally comes to Caulfield. Out high to Hudson. Power play for Montreal. They need a goal to tie. Hard pass to Caulfield that he couldn't handle, but the Devils don't clear. Hamilton's clearing try kept alive by Hudson, but now stick work by Dawson. Mercer blocks a cross-ice pass. The Devils have been alert defensively tonight. Montreal back across the line. Here's Suzuki. Left wing side now in the circle. Out high for Hudson. Goes cross ice and just missing was Demidov.
Again.
Suzuki with it. In the near circle for Slafkovsky. Tries to get it in front. Blocked by Siegenthaler. The Devils move out. Here's Heischer. Stick handles. Shot high off the glass. Suzuki races after it. Devils make a change. Brown twice knocked it away. A third time pokes it off the stick of Lane Hudson, but now he's got it across the red line, across the blue line. Drops it off for Slafkovsky. Here's Suzuki. Now to Demidov. Right wing circle. Centering pass for Caulfield. Brown got a piece with help from Glass. 44 to go in the power play. Hudson now for Suzuki with a shot that's blocked. It rolls in front and cleared as Slavkovsky couldn't find it.
Not one dangerous shot yet by Montreal. They've had chances. Great positioning and stick work by New Jersey.
23 to go in the man advantage. It's Newhook. Drops it off for Kapanen. Challenged right away by Mercer, and now it's Hamilton clearing it, but it went into the Montreal bench area, not over the glass behind that bench. So all it is a face-off.
I don't know what they do, Matty. They're not trying to win the game. I guess they're in the playoffs. They're trying to set up Caulfield on the power play. And the Devils are seeing it. They're not stupid, right? They're not moving the power play around like they really want to score. They do want to score, but you know who they want to score is Caulfield. And the Devils, they're not buying into that. They've been just terrific taking that away.
They've been so alert. Devils win the draw. Siegenthaler's pass blocked by Bolduc. He tries to get it in front, but there's Connor Brown again getting his stick on it. And it's out to center ice. It's been a defensive clinic for Connor Brown with his stick work and his positioning tonight. Oof.
Yeah, I don't know how many shots total the Canadiens have. They've had a lot of power plays. Only got one shot on that sequence.
Or Jack Hughes across the line. He's in the circle with a shot. Whoops, saved by Fowler. And we'll have a face-off.
Well, again, Jack's on the right side. And, you know, he's going all the way across the left through the circle. But when he gets over there, he shoots the puck. You know, that's what I like, Matty. He knows shooting the puck can result in so many good things happening, and there Fowler was able to get his glove on it. But overall, Devils have been, I don't know, you talk about, I don't even know what playing the right way is, but if you're talking about playing the right way defensively, they are doing it here, and they're just shutting down the Canadiens. 4:43 to go here in the third period. 2-0 New Jersey. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast.
Do-over. Remember yelling do-over as a kid? Well, you still can. Plumbers. Don't stay at that dead-end job. Start a career in plumbing with Plumbers Local 24. We're not just building New Jersey's hospitals, schools, airports, and sports arenas. We're building better lives and secure futures. Go to plumbers24.org today. Better education, better pay, better benefits, better retirements. Start your do-over today.
Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge presented by Expedia is back.
Come on, boys.
And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends. And see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2026-27 NHL event and an Adventure Chrono NHL Limited Edition watch by Norcane. Sign up today at nhl.com/bracket.
This is Connor Brown. You are listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Raise Jersey empowers civic trailblazers who are driving bold, transformative change in their neighborhoods. Tonight, the Devils recognize Community Karma and the Mercy Center for their dedication to the Asbury Park community. Proceeds from the Devils Down the Shore Jersey auction will benefit these organizations, helping them to continue their important work. To learn more, visit NewJerseyDevils.com/RaiseJersey. Dawson Mercer with the wrister. That's blocked by Gooley. Jonas Siegenthaler picks it up at center ice. Devils leading 2-0. 4:25 to go in the third. Back home from Philadelphia on Tuesday. A game we'll have beginning at 6:50. Matheson at center ice. Oh, Meier just picked his pocket, took it away, and he'll flip it in. Meier and Glass, the goal scorers tonight.
Yeah, that's that depth scoring, different scoring every night right now. It's helping. Whoa. Big hit by Meier.
Meier with it far side. Wards off Veleno. Puck comes around near side, race on. Dobson will get there first. He's pushed at by Mercer. And now the puck rolls into the Montreal end. Icing will be waved off as Lane Hudson picks it up with 3:40 to go. This crowd has gone quiet once again. Does Montreal have another thrust here that the Devils have to parry? We will see. As going to the Montreal bench is Jacob Fowler, the goalie, but the Devils take it away, and Connor Brown puts it home into the empty net to make it 3-0.
I don't know who called for the goalie in that play, Matty. He barely got to the bench, and the puck was in the net. Montreal didn't even have the puck. 3:25 to go. Like, this isn't a good time to pull your goalie. But they did it, and they weren't going to probably score anyway. But they got, what'd you say, they got 4 more home games or 3 more after this, right?
Yeah, they're beginning a 4-game homestand, 3
Yeah,
more.
so they're just hoping that Caulfield gets it early, or this thing's going to go on and on where they're coming just to see him get 50, which is good in one way, but it takes the focus off the rest of the game, and Devils knew that coming in, and they have shut them down.
Bukestad off the faceoff, has his stick lifted, and now it's up to Suzuki. Backhands cross ice for Slafkovsky. Well, the good news in terms of a pursuit of a record for Montreal is that Florida is next up. And Florida's been giving up goals, boatloads. Caulfield with a shot saved by Markstrom. He fanned on the first try. Everyone got excited, and then Markstrom calmly stopped the second.
Yeah, there you could see there's pressure on him. He's really working to get open. But there, he just shanked it. I don't know what he was doing. And maybe it's just circumstantial, but he just hasn't looked comfortable at all. And the Devils have made him feel that way, and that's good. They have made every Canadian feel uncomfortable tonight, and that's why they're up 3-0.
Net empty again. Here's Caulfield. Shanks a pass to the corner. Suzuki will pick it up. Gives it to Caulfield. Now to Suzuki. Devils lead 3-0. 2:45 to go in the third. Here stops in with a shot. That goes wide. He was looking for a tip. Bounces to the near wall. Caulfield in the corner now. Backhands for Deneau. It's poked away by Hamilton. Taken by Siegenthaler. Winds it around and down. This will be short of icing. 6 on for Montreal.
And the crowd's pretty much remained, Matty, even though the team's down 0-3, because they want to see if Caulfield can get that 50th.
So here comes Suzuki. His pass down low off a Devil's stick. Played behind the net by Markstrom. Not wound out. Demidov with it. Moves behind the net. Spins. Gets it now to Hudson, fires it to Slafkovsky, looks around, wrists one in front, it's deflected and cleared by the Devils with 2 minutes to go.
Gee, is Caulfield just going to stay out there? He's still out there, man.
Collision at center ice as Connor Brown goes down. Hudson with it. Well, at this point, might as well, right? Probably, I would think that Marty St. Louis is thinking, let's get this over with.
I think you're right.
Here's Suzuki for Slafkovsky, knocked off his stick by Hamilton. Because his team's out of sorts over the last 2 games that we've seen, though they won yesterday. Here's Suzuki with it.
You are right, it's a distraction now.
Now Hudson has it poked away by Jack. Hudson recovers, though. He's checked hard by Brown. Works the puck down low to Slafkovsky, 1:20 to go. Devils leading 3-0. Here's a pass that was just off target for Suzuki. It bounces off the wall and down. Now Caulfield comes off. Matheson puts it out to center ice inadvertently. Devils with it. Heischer waits for the team to clear. He's stripped to the puck by Kapanen. And now it comes into the Devils' end where Luke Hughes will bank it clear. Cooley ran into the linesman. They're going to call icing on the Devils with 53.4 to go, and the Devils are just that short amount of time away from the W.
No. Good. The goalie's going back in. Come on, man. It's 3-0. Caulfield's not on the ice. You know, play with some integrity. I mean, if Caulfield's going to go out there and they're just looking to feed him, okay. But he's on the bench. I don't know that it's a whole lot of fun for him either. You know, it's not just a regular game. And you can see it in some of the stuff he was doing on the ice. Almost pushing a little bit too much.
Off the face-off, Matheson with the wrister. That hit a body. Comes back to Matheson. He goes cross ice. Now a redirect by Bolduc off the glass. Well, yeah, I don't say it's easy, but it's fun to get to 49. But then when you're marching into Canadiens history, which number 50 would do, well, the pressure ratchets up.
Yeah.
And you probably have family coming in and friends are coming in. Saw you on the road as you tried to do it.
Well, most of these people here today that's what they were looking for, Matt.
Yeah.
They know the Canadiens are going to be in the playoffs. They're going to have a good season point-wise. But they just want to be here when Caulfield scores that 50th.
As Markstrom blockers a shot away, then Gallagher ran into him. We got a whistle. And Gallagher just kind of skating away. Kovacevic kind of...
The net's off.
Yeah, letting him know, like, what are you doing?
I got to see it. Markey's trying to get involved, too. His stick was kind of outside the... but it was accidental. His stick was outside the net, if you're looking at the net on the left side, as he's getting up. But you know what? Gallagher's making a sharp cut through the crease and behind the net, and the stick accidentally got lodged in him, so no penalties, no harm.
Markey talking to the referee. So he's 10 seconds away from his first shutout of the season. And his first in 45 games. Great. Face off to his left. Devils off to control it and clear. And he sure does. He wins it back. Luke Hughes backhands around for Dawson Mercer. Mercer protects against Gooley. Time winding down. And Jacob Markstrom will pick up his first shutout of the season as the Devils defeat Montreal 3-0.
18 shots. You might think, it was a cakewalk, but Markey, I watched him, Matt. He never made a mistake. Nope. His movement, his positioning, his challenging, everything. Some tight end shots he was really tight on. He went down and kept his pads together and his gloves together. Nothing was going through him. But I got to tell you, Matty, this is one classic defensive win for the New Jersey Devils.
It certainly was, as they get goals from Meier, Glass, and Brown. Brown into an empty net, but it was a defensive clinic. Good stick work, good lane blockage. Markstrom making the saves, and boy, they didn't give much room to the Canadiens at all.
No, they took the crowd out of it, Matt, which is what you want to do, right? They took the crowd out of it, but first of all, you know what they did? They took the team out of it, the Montreal Canadiens. Mm-hmm. And that's the first step in that. And so a very impressive win, a 3 out of 4 against the Montreal team that thought they were kind of cruising. It's their first loss in 8 games. They'd won 8. Now they have to start a new record. But anyway, I just can't give enough credit to New Jersey Devils. They just made, not easy, but they were so just individually, and then they were backing each other up. If one guy got beat, another guy was there. And oh boy, they were in sync tonight, and they're leaving the old Bell Center